Day for Father's Day. Unfortunately, 85 on Sunday. From the Saliga Heating and Cooling Weather Center, I'm meteorologist Dave Murray on 104.1 FM, KMOX.
Cloudy sky right now, 79 degrees downtown at the Arch. I'm Michael Calhoun, KMOX News.
Weather sponsored by Renner Garage Door, forward and back, RENNER.
Giddy up! Cardinal Cowboy here. Summer heat can put your garage door to the test. Stay ahead of the game with a Renner Garage Door Summer Tune-Up. Plus, score a free repair or replacement quote and $100 off a new garage door. Forward and back.
RENNER. The Dave Glover Show is sponsored by the Michaels Flooring Outlet, the flooring experts. IGotFloored.com.
Good afternoon, St. Louis. DGS 104.1 FM KMOX. Happy Thursday to everybody. Happy Thursday, Wheels.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm good.
Wheels was not paying attention to us at lunch, as he does, and I started saying dirty things about him and me.
Yeah.
And
I heard that.
Then he perked up.
Yeah. And I was like, what?
Then I had to follow through. So it just goes to show you.
Dave's word is his bond.
You get yourself in trouble like that.
Hey, sometimes you got to think before you speak.
But the test was successful.
Yeah.
So now we know what you respond to.
Actually, the timing was I just finished reading the thing I was reading, and I looked up. That's the timing. I'm crazy like that. Like if I'm reading something,
I'll be honest with you.
I literally do not register the things around me. I know.
It's spooky.
I know.
It's weird.
It drives Susan crazy, but she's it's been 30 plus years. It's the same thing.
We have a happy birthday. Soon to be my daughter-in-law, Nick's fiance Bree. It's her birthday today.
Nice.
Happy birthday, Bree.
Happy birthday, Bree.
Pretty cool.
Yeah.
Be nice to be whatever young age that is
You
now.
know.
Wow, you're like a vampire.
I'm like about 28. Oh,
She's
yeah,
definitely still in her 20s.
Those were good times.
Boy, it'd be great to drink her blood, man.
No, I'm not some creepy billionaire man.
Hey,
I'm all
we
right.
should switch lives or something. I don't know. I'm just.
We should really look into that.
Yeah, I think maybe AI could make that happen.
Virtual Rail fan says his or her, I don't know which it is, birthday is tomorrow, and he'll be 33. Happy birthday.
Happy
Another
birthday. These young kids.
I have to tell you about my day yesterday, and I'm going to warn you, it is a complete day of privilege. It just is. I'm the only person who's going to be like, no, it's not that. Yes, it completely is. I started my day going out to the Rawlings Experience in Westport. Lindsay runs the place, and she's awesome, and gave me a private tour, and it's really cool. And I'll tell you this, if you're a baseball fan, you're going to love it. If you're not a baseball fan, you're still going to find it really interesting. And for someone like me, who's a baseball fan and obsessed with baseball gloves, it's just heaven. So I got to see everything. It was really super cool. You can buy gloves, and you can try them on, and you can look at all the golden gloves in the museum and stuff like that. And then they have the custom room where you build your own custom glove. And Rawlings are fans of the show, and so they allowed me to go out there, and I built my very own Dave Glover Rawlings Heart of the Hide baseball glove, and it was super fun. And Melissa was my glove whisperer and gave me a bunch of, hey, maybe try this and that. And I thought I knew exactly what I wanted, but then together she and I built a different glove, and I'll have it in a few weeks, and I'm really excited.
Is it neon green?
No, you know what? It was tough to make a decision because they have so many options now.
Yep.
But,
did you get to pick everything down to the lacing and all that kind of stuff?
I mean, everything.
Yeah, that's
every single thing. And then yesterday, Rach and I took Dr. Kathy Maupin and her awesome husband, John, to the baseball game and sat in the 6th row of the green seats. Rach was directly behind home plate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She was on television the whole time.
Yeah, I don't know how I ended up with that seat. I was very grateful to be included in that yesterday. It was really, really fun.
Really fun, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was like a super hot day, but it didn't bother us because we were having such a good time.
Andrew asked me about the heat. I said, okay, here's the real truth. We were all sitting in a pool of our own sweat, and the combination of that and the wind kind of kept us okay.
Yeah, it kept us afloat.
Yeah.
But no, I had a wonderful time. Kathy and John are really, really amazing people. I got to talk to Kathy for a long time just about her career, and she is at the top of her field.
Yes.
Like, this is someone who is so passionate about what she does and does so much research and has so much experience. And it was just really fascinating talking to her about biobalance, and it was very fun.
It was great.
It was great.
It was
and
like
I kept sitting there going, like, I can't believe I'm sitting in this seat.
It was like a great double date because it was like me, then John, then Kathy, then Rach. I mean, Rach and I see each other all day, every day. And John's just a cool dude.
Yeah.
And I have to tell you guys, and again, this sounds like, okay, Mr. Privilege, thank you. But if you ever get an opportunity, beg, borrow, and steal to get in the green seats, it's so cool. And you start out at a buffet, and Wheels, the food was amazing. But the best thing they had was hot dog burnt ends.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, man.
Oh, I'd never even had that thought in my
They were
head.
so good.
Much less try them. They were great.
They also had cherry pie.
Yeah.
That really stuck with
I
you.
had
Yeah, they
I
always
had a
have
big
those in
dessert
that
plate.
area. Yeah.
It was good. I had a little bit of cheesecake, a little bit of cherry pie, a little
Yeah.
donut, a little chocolate covered pretzel.
That's the
Yummy.
same dessert assortment that they would have in the press room too when you would get to buy your dinner.
Really?
Yeah.
Did they have bruschetta?
I don't remember.
That was awesome. I had like 2 giant servings of that.
That's
Probably
awesome.
about 20 olives total.
Jeez.
Yeah, it's weird how
I had a great day.
it's weird how bodily fluid works because I kind of had to pee right when we were going out there, and I'm like, I'll wait a couple innings, and then I didn't pee again till I got home because I was just sweating so much.
The stream
That's how
is
that works, kids.
The stream is asking where is Andrew. Andrew's camera is not working, but he is here.
I'm here.
I got a thing that's I can't see the.
I was like that on opening day, Dave. And
Wait, what's-
like I had several adult beverages on opening day, but I
Yeah.
didn't go to the bathroom until it was time to leave the ballpark. Because it was like it's just warm. I think I'm just sweating.
You having
and I
stream
have to go
problems,
to the
Dave?
bathroom.
Yeah, it asked me to hit something, and
Okay, here,
We'll
I'm-
fix it
I'll
on the
come in.
break.
yeah, we'll fix it on the break. It's fine,
You messed it up.
not a problem. Oh gosh, I think we have to go off the air. I'm pretty sure.
Why?
I don't know. I'm sure I hit something I shouldn't have. So.
Okay. Let's talk about something.
It's saying,
besides
would
the
you
stream.
like an Acrobat annual prescription for $24.98? Yes, I would.
Yes. Hit yes.
Okay, here's Steve Moore's credit card number. I've got that on file.
Why wouldn't I?
Hey, Andrew's on the stream now. Okay,
I'm
great.
back.
What else? What else is going on? What do we got going on today? We have my buddy Mike Stewart, manager of the Bud Light baseball team, is coming in. He's a very generous, philanthropic guy, and he has all sorts of things going on. We're going to talk to him. Ricky Horton, Janelle's going to be here. Is Ed coming in?
Ed's coming in.
Okay, cool. Ed Wheatley, Mr. Rawlings. He has a new book, which we think you might want to get Dad for Father's Day. So he's going to be here at 4 p.m. What do you guys want to start with? Anything on anyone's mind? We'll talk about the bathroom dad a little bit.
Yeah, we can talk about the bathroom.
You know about
Dad.
this?
I think I saw this.
Yeah, it's all over social media, and and normally I wouldn't care. Like, okay, TikTok, what have you. But it's having been there, as every dad has, because you're not always going to have mom there with you. And this young dad, he's a single father of 2 girls who look to be maybe 4 or 5 years old, and they stopped at I think a Quick Trip somewhere.
Yeah, it was QT in
And-
Alabama.
Okay, and there were guys in the guy's bathroom, and so he checked the ladies' room. It was empty, so he had the girls go in and go to the bathroom, and he stood outside. And then when they were finished, he opened the door and he went in to help them wash their hands. And some MAGA piece of crap comes walking in, and Mr. I hate transgender or whatever, and he's calling the police because there's a man in the woman's room and blah, blah, blah. And the guy kept his cool. I would want to kick his ass. The guy kept his cool. His little girls are crying because this guy's yelling at them, and he ended up being the one who got a fine. And so the internet's just
the person who called the police is the one who got the fine, and I believe ended up getting fired from his job. Actually,
what an ass.
I mean, it's the kind of thing where, look, I've used Alamo Draft House here in St. Louis. They have unisex bathrooms. Everybody just goes into a stall. It's not divided by men and women. I've never had an issue there. If I were to walk into a QT and there was a man in the bathroom, initially I'd be like, oh, what's going on? Like, it would put me off for a second. If I saw him helping his little daughters to wash their hands, all questions immediately go away.
Absolutely.
I would rather those little girls be in the ladies' room than in the men's room. Because do you really want these two tiny little girls in the men's room where there's urinals and all sorts of stuff is going on? Like, no. I thought it was a little ridiculous for this other man to be so upset, and he's calling on behalf of his wife, and I need to get in the bathroom, and I can't go in there because he's in there. Well, it's not like he's in there with a knife. Like, he's helping his little daughters.
He's not exposing himself.
No, you should just go into to the stall and use the restroom. Have you ever used a porta potty? There are men standing outside the porta potty right there. It's not that different. It just seems like one of those weird we do things so weird here. Like, we turn things into, like, symbols, and then those symbols just stop making logical sense. Like, the symbol of, like, no man should ever be in the woman's bathroom. Okay, but then that turns into, so where does this young dad take his small daughters to go to the restroom?
I mean, this is the thing, right? So dad can't go in there to help his kids for a minute or two. But the solution is bring two little girls into the men's room.
Right. Which
now, I've done that too. Look, I've done that.
We've all done that.
Yeah. It's if you have a daughter and you're a dad, you've done that.
Yeah.
But it's not always conducive to that. It's not always the best place to be.
And guys know that many times when we're in the men's room, a dad will have his little daughters in there, which always makes me feel a little weird. Not weird like, how dare you, just weird like, okay,
don't do anything weird.
Don't do anything weird.
Right.
Yeah, don't do
and
anything
there are
weird.
times where, like, there will be a 9 or 10-year-old little boy in the ladies' room because mom doesn't want to leave him outside the bathroom. And yet you do a little like, oh, he's in here. Okay. And then you just go along with your business.
Yeah. Yes.
I would rather him be with his parent and be, safe and taken care of than be put in a situation that makes him or the mom uncomfortable.
Yeah.
But we've lost our minds, and everything has to be this like big political stance of like, you're not going to get away with this. Like, he's helping his daughter go to the bathroom.
The police arrived and said, yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
And they made the other guy leave. So you're clearly wrong. Like, if you don't know something, don't act like you do. I can't get over the number of videos I see of people telling someone else they're breaking the law when they're not. You have no idea. Who are you to be the cop of anything?
Yeah.
Your job in that, if you think something's wrong, is to go to the manager of the store and tell the manager what's happening. And then it's the manager's job to say, is that against our store policy? Should I call the police? Whatever. It is not your job to be the police of all of these things.
Okay.
Settle down, Boomer.
Well, speaking of the manager, Luke on the stream brings up the QT employee who was, did you see this in the video?
The lady?
Dave? Yeah, I think her name was Marlene. I could be getting her name wrong, but she's standing there at the door the whole time, basically saying, like, it's okay. He's
Getting
allowed to be doing
towels.
this. Yeah, being like a total sweetheart and apologizing for this other unruly customer. So this other customer is so mad that like you said, Wheels, he just completely forgot that there's actually other people in charge and they're saying this is the proper protocol. Yeah. And he decided, I should just call the cops, I guess.
Yep. Fortuitous, my first live endorsement today is for Dr. Kathy Maupin. Rachel, you do it.
Oh, okay. Can I have the copy? No.
Just talk a little bit about Kathy.
No, Kathy is amazing. She has been an OBGYN, and now she does the stuff with the pellets, which Dave has told you guys about before. I talked to Kathy for a long time yesterday about how she decided on, the exact pellets they were going to do, the methods they use. This is not something that she takes lightly. This is not something that you're just going to be able to go get done at any place. It's done very carefully, and they go through and they make sure like this is going to work for each individual. It's not a one-size-fits-all situation. There's also BioBalance skin.
Okay, you can stop because you're better than me. I don't need this sort of competition. This is like when I invited that kid from church to come play my drums, and he blew me out of the water. No, what Rach is saying is absolutely true. Kathy is an inspiration. She is an awesome person. Very successful, very smart, obviously, OBGYN, but really down to earth. You can talk to her. Right next door, like Rach was about to say until I cut her off, BioBalance Skin, where I get Botox. I've had chemical peels. I'm going to try that thing, Rach. She's talking about the M face.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like M Sculpt for your face. So it's going to like tighten up the muscles on your face. And it's kind of, it sounds kind of like a facelift without going under the
That's what she
knife.
called it. Yeah.
Like a more of a natural
Completely
facelift.
painless.
Yeah, very cool.
So for all things Dr. Maupin, simply go to biobalancehealth.com.
Is reviewing life insurance on your to-do list? Now's the perfect time to add it. A friend recently told me that securing life insurance sooner rather than later can help you lock in lower rates for years to come. So, I bumped this up on my list and got it done. I called SelectQuote and couldn't believe how easy and affordable life insurance is. I'm 40 and got a $500,000 policy for $16 a month. My husband's also 40 and his $500,000 policy was only $18 a month. Plus, with SelectQuote's same-day coverage, there was no medical exam required, and we were covered by the time we hung up. Knowing I have this checked off my list feels amazing, but the peace of mind knowing my family is protected feels even better.
Call SelectQuote at 1-800-329-1010. That's 1-800-329-1010. Or go to SelectQuote.com to get your free quote today. That's 1-800-329-1010. Details on example rate at SelectQuote.com.
We are on the biggest stage in the world right now, and you know I am talking about soccer. The whole world is paying attention, and FanDuel has decided to change the game. And as you know, if you bet soccer, that sometimes your player gets subbed out, and then what happens? Your bet goes with them. Well, FanDuel says we have a better way to do it. That's not happening anymore. With FanDuel Super Sub, if your player is subbed out, your bet stays in. That's right. If your player leaves the match, your bet continues with the substitute. So you are still in it until the final whistle. Just go to FanDuel.com/Missouri to get started now. I've been telling you about this app for many, many months. I love using it. It's easy to use. All the information you need is right there. FanDuel.com/Missouri. Let there be goals this summer on FanDuel. Must be 21 or over and present in Missouri. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. Why should you hire America's largest injury law firm for your case? There's lots of reasons. Just like there's a reason millions of people called us last year in their time of need. When it comes to fighting for justice and compensation, millions of people across the country trust us to go to battle for them. We became the largest injury law firm in the world for a reason. There's only one Morgan & Morgan, forthepeople.com. Injured? Dial pound law or visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
100 years, one legendary voice. We live KMOX's century of service. Classic audio, photos, videos, and more at KMOX100.com.
Welcome back, DGS 122. Attorney Brad Young is going to join us at 1:30. We'll talk about several interesting cases, one coming out of the Supreme Court just today about drugs and guns. And then we'll talk a little bit about the quote-unquote deal in Iran that the president signed yesterday. See what Brad thinks of that. Right, you know how when you have a fear and then a friend of yours, like if you're afraid of bungee jumping, then your friend bungee jumps, you're like, wow. Wheels faced one of your fears last night.
Did he drink a glass of milk that someone else poured for him?
Nope.
Even
But I would do
worse.
that too.
What did you do, Wheels?
I slept with the ceiling fan on full speed all night last night, right
Big
above
mistake.
my head. It was great.
You're asking for some Final Destination business there, buddy.
Were you scared?
No.
Were you scared?
It could fall on me and not hurt me.
No, it would hurt so bad. It
I
would,
can
like,
put my
chop your
hand in
head
there
off.
when it's going. I'll do video. I'll put my hand in there when it's going
No,
full
it would
speed.
chop you up into little tiny
it will
pieces.
Not. It will not.
You're
It
gonna
will-
get sucked up into
Do
it.
it.
The fan will stop.
Human blender.
It will stop on my hand. They don't go that fast. At least
man.
not the typical. Like I'm sure there are ceiling fans where that would be a bad idea. The ones we have are not that big of a
Kevin's
change.
going to come to work on Monday with no fingers.
I just don't trust them. I don't trust them. They seem like there are just certain pieces of equipment that seem unhappy when they're running for a long time, and ceiling fans are one of them.
Well, it was 83 degrees in my room last night, so there's no way that it wasn't going to be on.
I have a couple fans that blow right on me. One is a Vornado.
Yeah.
Give him a little shout. It's like that light bulb that's been on for 137 years. Like I don't think it's ever been off. And I feel bad because I always feel like it's tired. Or sometimes if I'll leave the downstairs television on. I don't know why. And then go up to bed. And when I get up in the morning, it's on. I feel bad because I feel like it's tired.
I feel really bad when I forget to stop a timer or the stopwatch on my phone, and then I'll go back and it's like 8 hours have gone by. I'm like, oh man, I'm so sorry.
Why do you
can
leave the
rest
TV
now,
on?
little buddy.
Like if I fall asleep on the couch and I just drag myself upstairs, sometimes I'll just forget to turn the TV
forget?
off.
Okay, you don't actively choose.
No.
Okay.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
Just in case anyone wants to come in my
I
house
get that
and-
fog of sleep. You're just like, I got to find my pillow.
Yeah.
That's me.
Yeah, I'm sure ladies are like this too. But for guys, because we pee at night a lot, especially older guys, and you really develop this ability to just like sleepwalk. Just go from, bedroom, bathroom, back, as few thoughts as possible. Just get it done.
I'm like that at about 9 o'clock in the morning when the alarm goes off. Hey, just go right back to sleep.
Kev, I had a question for you.
What's that?
Sports question and a political question.
Oh, boy.
The San Francisco Giants pitchers who on Pride Night wrote a Bible verse about the rainbow. And, of course, they got a lot of backlash because, disrespectful to Pride and you're in San Francisco, for the love of God. But I thought I saw that the MLB ruled on something or told them that they were breaking rules.
They don't want them doing that, no. They don't want them doing anything on any of their themed hats, whether it's, the camo hats when they're honoring the military or it's 4th of July stuff. But obviously nobody's going to do anything for those because it's not acceptable. Sure. It's not normal. And if somebody did, it would be a big deal.
Yeah.
Could you imagine if someone put a message on their hat that was whatever about the military?
Yeah.
And it's not likely to happen. Let's just be real. That's not something that has happened. But if it did, I think people would be rightfully annoyed by that. I would be annoyed by it. Your team is saying this is what we're doing. Your bosses, your company. It doesn't mean you are agreeing with anything. It doesn't mean that you're signing off on anything. And all of these teams, and I have no issue with any of this, teams have all kinds of theme nights. They have Christian night. If there was a player that wasn't a believer and he put a message on there contradicting something about Christian night, would you be okay with that? I wouldn't. I think it's terrible. Be a teammate. Be an employee. You can put yourself aside for that time because it's just a hat. Nobody's saying you have to endorse anything. Nobody's saying you have to do a photo op with anyone you don't want to. Nothing's like that's happening.
But doesn't MLB give them the option to not wear the hat if they don't want to? I thought that was an option because I thought someone else on the team just completely decided I'm not going to wear the Pride hat. Yeah.
I don't know if they changed it, but that's happened in the past. And if that happens,
See,
to me, it's a little petty, but it's
kind of
whatever.
weird. I don't mind at all. Military night, Pride night, Christian night, Muslim
I think we
night.
should
I don't care.
we should have them for everybody so that everybody can be a part of it.
But I don't like dressing up the players in anything. I
In
just
camo
don't like
and
I don't,
rainbows or
no,
whatever.
I don't like it.
I get it.
They're humans. They're not NASCARs. I don't like that whole thing.
And they got ads, so I guess they're okay with the ads because the ads help pay their salaries.
Yes. Tell you guys about my friends at Bethesda. And this is really, it could be for right now use because, big audience out there in KMOX. A lot of people have elderly loved ones. And if you don't face it now, you might face it in 6 months or a year. And I just want you to keep it in your back pocket that when you are standing there like I was a couple years ago now, not knowing where to take my mom because out of nowhere, she fell, not out of nowhere, she was 96, but she was fine living by herself. Everything was great. She fell, broke her femur, had to have surgery, had that hospital delirium. She was just never the same again. So I had to make those decisions. And they handed me a piece of paper, and it had like 20 facilities on it. They had little star ratings, and a couple at the top had 5 stars. Bethesda was one of those. Picked them, got really, really lucky. They took great care of my mom. They have so many buildings around town, 7 different independent living apartment buildings alone, Webster and Kirkwood, North County, South County, out west. They have assisted living. They have skilled nursing like my mom was in at Bethesda Dilworth. They have memory care, and they have hospice. You guys know that I'm now a hospice volunteer to honor my mom because they took care of her on her final couple of days. They will walk you through the whole process. They hope you'll choose Bethesda. But if you don't, they're not going to be pissy and be like, oh, I wish I hadn't wasted my time. Not at all. Simply go to BethesdaHealth.org, click on the Contact Us button, give us your name, just a little explanation. We'll get right back to you and we'll help you out.
All Access with Ollie Marble on the Gas House Gang.
I show up every day looking forward to what's next for this group. This group fits my personality to a T. I love what we're doing. I love how we're going about it. I love the honest conversations. I love the grit. And there's been certain times where I've caught myself where bases are loaded, our back's up against the wall, and I can't help but smile. I show up every day looking forward to what's next for this group.
Ollie Marble, Tuesdays at noon on KMOX.
This summer, there's no better place to catch Team USA in the FIFA World Cup 26 than the Beer Garden at Anheuser-Busch. We hosted KMOX listeners there last week, and trust us, the atmosphere is incredible. Huge screens, great seats everywhere, ice-cold beer, $15 Michelob Ultra pitchers, $20 Ultra buckets, $5 Ultra drafts, and collectible FIFA cups while supplies last. Bring your crew, cheer on Team USA at the Beer Garden. Visit BudweiserTours.com for details.
Here's Dave Murray's weather forecast.
Let's go with a bit of a changeable sky this afternoon, a mix of clouds and sunshine, but the flow is now from the northwest, so we're drying out. It's breezy and it is cooler, 79, so cooler by about 10 degrees, and do not expect the strong gusty winds of yesterday. Tonight, partly cloudy and nice, pretty evening, 62 for the overnight low. Friday, plenty of sunshine, 84. Saturday, partly sunny, 86. Saturday night and Sunday, scattered showers and thunderstorms return with some heavy downpours possible, 85 Sunday afternoon for Father's Day and the first day of summer. From the Saliga Heating and Cooling Weather Center, I'm meteorologist Dave Murray on 104.1 FM, KMOX.
Brought to you by USPS Ground Advantage.
Pump up the volume.
Business moves fast. When you ship with USPS Ground Advantage, you can keep up with confidence. Visit USPS.com/Ground Advantage to learn more.
From the FIFA World Cup to competitive business environments, grand ambitions lead to game-changing achievements. At Bank of America, we're there to support businesses at every step, providing insights and expertise to help you gain an edge.
He shoots, he scores!
What would you like the power to do? Explore winning business solutions at BofA.com/gamechangers. Bank of America, official bank of the FIFA World Cup 2026.
I know that hiring can be challenging. You need someone to match your role perfectly. Well, now you can meet them fast on ZipRecruiter.
Build your team, build it sooner. Meet your match on ZipRecruiter.
Just head to ZipRecruiter.com/free right now to try it for free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
Meet your match on ZipRecruiter. Try it free.
It's 1:32. This time check is sponsored by Paramount Men's Medical Center.
Is reviewing life insurance on your to-do list? Now's the perfect time to add it. A friend recently told me that securing life insurance sooner rather than later can help you lock in lower rates for years to come. So I bumped this up on my list and got it done. I called SelectQuote and couldn't believe how easy and affordable life insurance is. I'm 40 and got a $500,000 policy for $16 a month. My husband's also 40 and his $500,000 policy was only $18 a month. Plus, with SelectQuote's same-day coverage, there was no medical exam required, and we were covered by the time we hung up. Knowing I have this checked off my list feels amazing, but the peace of mind knowing my family is protected feels even better.
Call Call Select Quote at 1-800-329-1010. That's 1-800-329-1010. Or go to SelectQuote.com to get your free quote today. That's 1-800-329-1010. Details on example rate at SelectQuote.com.
Get inside your Redbirds in the 2026 season every Tuesday at noon. It's All Access with Cardinals manager Ollie Marmol on your voice of the Cardinals, KMOX.
Welcome back, guys. DGS on KMOX. Happy Thursday to you. Attorney Brad Young joins us a couple times per week, and he's with us now. Hey, Brad.
Oh, no, I think...
Hey, Dave.
What?
Hey, Dave.
I was mixed up. He's here. Rad's here.
Yes, I am.
What's up?
It's okay. Rach is a little drunk.
I'm sorry.
It's okay when she's just a little drunk. We can put up with that. It's fine. It's fine. Okay, we have lots to get to. Let's start, though, with the war and the Memorandum of Understanding. And I've read it. I'm sure you've read it. I have my opinions, but I'm really interested in yours, so take it away.
Well, yeah, I've read it, and it, number one, it specifically states that Iran has to what's called downblend their enriched material, which means their highly enriched uranium has to be blended with other uranium to make it less fissionable. So that helps to make it non-usable in a situation involving a nuclear weapon. Also, they have to freeze all expansion, enrichment, escalation. They have to do that. And what I like about it is that there are benchmarks. In other words, there's been a lot of talk about this $300 billion reconstruction fund. All of that money is coming from other countries, not the United States. And it requires Iran to actually go forward with the agreement and enforce the agreement, not just signing the MOU. So those are things that I appreciate when you talk about the unfreezing of assets. Very few of those assets are in the United States. I think a total of like $2 billion. The majority of it's over in China. So is it the best agreement? No, of course not. There is no such thing as a great agreement. Like in litigation, if everybody's happy, then it's probably not a good agreement. Or if somebody is too happy, it's probably not a good agreement. A great agreement is when nobody's happy, because that shows that both sides did a little bit of give and a little bit of take. So overall, I agree that this is probably the best agreement anyone could get.
Do you think it was worth it?
That's a great question. At the end of the day, if this didn't happen, then eventually it would have had to have happened. If it wasn't now, it would have to be later. And the reason why I think that is, look at North Korea. I mean, for years, we took the exact same position with North Korea that we took with Iran. We will not allow them to get nuclear weapons. Well, no, we didn't do anything, and North Korea got a nuclear weapon. So I think it would have been inevitable that Iran would have gotten it. So the question is, do you do this now or kick the can down the road like other past presidents have done? I think that's debatable. But at the end of the day, knowing that Iran won't have a nuclear weapon, I think it makes it worth it.
So here's what. Go ahead. Go ahead, Kev.
I feel like this is not even a done deal yet. Everything seems to be contingent upon further negotiations.
Oh, you're 100% correct. All we have now is a memorandum of understanding that ceases military operations on both sides, and it opens up the strait. That's literally all that we have. Now, there's this 60-day period where all of these other things have to be negotiated. But I think the beauty of this memorandum of understanding is that Iran doesn't get any money at this point. The only thing that happens is the Strait of Hormuz is open, so they can resume selling oil on the open market. But there is no money changing hands, and there is no necessarily agreement other than stop fighting, open up the straits.
Because my understanding was the old agreement had the same provision that this one has as far as their nuclear capabilities, that it limited them to a certain percentage of enrichment that would allow for like nuclear power and things like that, but not nearly to the level that would allow for making weapons. And that was already in the 2015 thing.
It was in the 2015 thing, but we also know that Iran had highly enriched uranium that exceeded the limits in the 2015 because under the 2015 agreement, number one, the inspectors, I forgot the exact amount. I think it was 30 days. I could be mistaken on the exact time frame, but the inspectors had to give 30 days notice to come in and test the uranium. Well, obviously, they just moved the uranium around because they had 30 days before the testing. There is no, at least what I've seen, there is no 30-day advanced warning. Hello, we're going to come test the uranium 30 days from now. There's none of that in there. So we know the 2015 agreement did not work because Iran had highly enriched uranium as of today. So the proof in the pudding, so to speak, will be whether or not there will be inspectors, and that's yet to be discussed,
right.
Yet to be worked out. None of that has been agreed to. And if this deal eventually gets done after 60 days, according to the administration, there has to be testing rules that do not require advanced warning so that we can get a better handle on whether the uranium is or is not highly enriched.
Right. That kind of gets to because the way I've been seeing it described is that right now, it's just, okay, the only good thing is that the fighting stops. And that after that, we still don't know yet if this is going to be any different or any better than it was before, because the whole point is Iran was not following the previous agreement. Why would they follow this one under the same logic?
Exactly. So we've got the next 60 days, Wheels,
right,
to figure this out. And, it's very possible that 60 days from now, the bombing starts again. I mean, that... Yeah. It very well could, right? If Iran comes to the table and says...
I've never even seen the poly market, but I'm going to find it, and I'm going to put all my 401k on that. I'll tell you one thing that's not going to happen. This is over. There's no way in the world this is over.
It's never over with Iran. It's never over.
And that's what, I just feel like I'm playing house. I feel like I'm just pretending with my friends because... I think it's paragraph 1, whatever, where it's like, we're not going to pursue a nuclear weapon. Okay, that's meaningless. It's worthless. It was worthless in the Obama agreement. It's worthless now. It'll be worthless in 20 years. It means nothing. And so I thought we had a better deal under the previous deal. I lump it all into the war because I don't think we had a good reason to go to war based on the information that came out about that meeting that they had with the entire cabinet, and every single one of them gave reasons not to go to war, except for Hegseth, who had a boner. And like Tulsi Gabbard said, we have no indication that they're anywhere close to a nuclear device. Radcliffe from the CIA said the exact same thing, but we went anyway. And it has been pretty devastating to our economy. Economies all over the world. For the first time, Iran learned that, we can shut down the strait effectively. So now they have that in their back pocket anytime they want. I don't like them getting $300 billion from anyone. It would be worse if it was our taxpayer money, but I don't like them getting that money from anyone. You think they're really going to use that for the people or infrastructure? Of course not. So I don't like anything about it. I don't know what the alternative is. Trump's already said that we were like 4 weeks from running out of oil, and he did this to avoid a worldwide depression. Well, then you shouldn't have started it if you're worried about a worldwide depression. I don't know. it is what it is. But you look at the four corners, Brad, like we learned the first week in contracts in law school, and there's really just nothing there. There's just nothing.
No, this is the only thing that we have today are empty promises and an agreement to stop shooting and open up the strait. That's all we have today. Now, 60 days from now, I'm going to be looking very critically at what's agreed to 60 days from now. As you all know, I am never opposed to criticizing Trump if the deal is bad. I'll be cheering it if the agreement is good. I like to think that I'm balanced on this, so I want to see what it looks like 60 days from now. But as of today, we got a promise, and there's no shooting, and that's it.
We're gonna do a couple of segments with me, Brad.
Yes, okay. I can hang around. Sure.
Pick the one that we can do the quickest, and then we'll come back and we'll talk about the case with the drugs and the guns.
Okay. So right now, Luigi Mangione, I can cover this quickly.
Okay.
He's stating that he was acting under extreme emotional disturbance. That's his defense, right?
Mm-hmm.
So if he wins on that argument, then the jury still finds him guilty, but he gets a lesser charge. But here's why this is, I think, very dangerous legally. To exercise that defense that you were acting under an extreme emotional disturbance when you killed Brian Thompson, the CEO of United Healthcare, at that point, he has to admit that he did it. Okay, he has to actually admit that he shot and killed the guy. And he's saying, yeah, but I did it because I was under extreme emotional disturbance. So now all of a sudden the prosecution doesn't even have to prove you did it. They're going to admit that they did it. And to me, boy, that's a Hail Mary. I mean, either you win it big or you lose it big. But I think that's a dangerous defense.
All right. One last thing before we go. Jason on the stream says, what about getting Americans held in Iran released, not being a part of this horrific agreement? I know it wasn't a part of Obama's either. I heard Major Garrett on with Chris Namey earlier, and I guess he asked Obama about that, 10 years ago, and Obama got pissed at him. But that seems like something Iran probably would have gone for.
Yeah, and it really, in all honesty, it should have been. I mean, when you want to talk about protecting Americans, how about Americans that are right now jailed in Iran? I mean, to me, that's the epitome of protecting Americans, and that should have been part of this deal because they would have given it up. They would have done that. They don't have any big desire to keep people in prison. They got to feed them, right? So I think that should have been part of this deal.
Last night, I got a text from my buddy Ben Barnett at Timberline Professional Tree Care, and it was a local news story about, we had some wind damage and some trees down the past couple of days, and a very bad tree service. And as I've told you, you don't have to have any kind of a license or certification. You can just show up with a pickup truck and a chainsaw and your tree service, and they charge them 10 times what any reputable tree service would have charged. And so we know, like the storm chasers, when it comes to roofing and things, siding and things like that for storms, same thing with tree services. If you have an emergency, go with Ben Barnett at Timberline Professional Tree Care. If you have a non-emergency, you just have, like, you live in Webster and you have one of those, grand old homes with 100-year-old trees, and they're so important to you and they're generational and you feel like you are the keeper of the history of that plot of land, we can do this service where we focus on one tree or two trees and we just make sure it's good. We can diagnose problems, whether it's bugs or a virus or, lack of water, too much water, whatever it is. We can try our best to heal it. We can plant trees for you. We can take trees out. We can trim them back. Anything that you need done with trees, bushes, shrubs, things like that, go with Ben. He's a great guy. He's a certified master arborist. STLtreecare.com for Timberline.
Come out to Hot Shots on Lindbergh this Friday between 12 and 2 p.m. to celebrate 150 years of Budweiser. Don't miss out on a fresh day of brewed Budweiser and a chance to win great prizes while mingling with KMOX sports talent and sports manager Tom Ackerman. And while you're there, don't miss the chance to stay and watch the U.S. versus Australia game on the big screens while enjoying a Budweiser. All happening Friday at Hot Shots on Lindbergh. For more information, go to KMOX.com/events.
Are moles tearing up your yard? Don't let these lawn invaders turn your beautiful property into a mess. Rottler Pest Solutions offers professional mole control services to protect your lawn from damage. Visit Rottler.com today to schedule your free inspection.
This is the story of the one. As a maintenance engineer at a beverage manufacturing plant, he starts his day knowing every line is ready to run because Grainger delivers the industrial-grade products he needs to keep mixers, conveyors, and packaging equipment moving. With Grainger's vast selection of bearings, belts, and motors, he keeps operations running smoothly, so nothing grinds to a halt. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Amendment 4 on the August ballot hides some ugly facts. It would create a new minority veto power, but only for ballot issues that are citizen-led.
I just say no to that.
Amendment 4 permanently ends majority rule for citizen-led ballot issues.
I'm a no on 4.
Politicians put Amendment 4 on the ballot to severely limit citizens' constitutional power.
I say no on 4.
4 is a power grab by politicians. It lets one congressional district veto reforms backed by the majority of voters statewide, giving as few as 5% of voters control over the rest of us.
That's why I say no to 4.
4 would make it nearly impossible to rein in out-of-control politicians.
I say heck no.
4 takes away our constitutional power we've used for over 100 years to pass reforms that politicians wouldn't. Keep majority rule and your power. Just say no to Amendment 4. It's an ugly politician power grab. Paid for by Missourians for Fair Governance.
This is the story of the one. As a maintenance engineer at a beverage manufacturing plant, he starts his day knowing every line is ready to run because Grainger delivers the industrial-grade products he needs to keep mixers, conveyors, and packaging equipment moving. With Grainger's vast selection of bearings, belts, and motors, he keeps operations running smoothly, so nothing grinds to a halt. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Broadcasting from the Scott Credit Union Studio, 104.1 FM, KMOX.
Welcome back, DGS. Brad Young back with us. So, Brad, let's talk about the big case, at least for me, as someone who eats gummies and has guns. The case about using drugs or being a drug abuser. I forget what the actual language was, but the Supreme Court has ruled in favor of druggies or guns or both or what?
Well, yeah, it's federal law, 18 U.S.C. Section 922. And under that section, it prevents you from applying for an application to own a firearm if you regularly use illegal drugs. And under federal law, marijuana is still illegal. I mean, even though most states now it's not, but it is under federal law. So this guy from Texas, Ali Yamani, he was prosecuted for this because federal agents, they found a gun and marijuana in his home, and he admitted under questioning that he smoked weed every day. And so they prosecuted him for this. And this is interesting. This is why you really have to watch Supreme Court cases, Dave, because this was a 9-0 unanimous decision, but it was very narrow, meaning that Gorsuch wrote this ruling to specifically say it only applies to this guy, that he could not be prosecuted. And it doesn't give any sort of sweeping language about that under this law for future cases, it cannot be, marijuana doesn't apply. I mean, there's no sweeping application for this ruling, but it does really raise the bar that in the future, if prosecutors are going to go after people like Hunter Biden and prosecute under the statute, they're going to have something more than he smokes some weed. I mean, it's going to have to be impairment, that he is also in drug rehab, that he's been convicted of crimes that were committed while he was under the influence. I mean, it's going to have to be something more than just, I have gummies and a gun. I mean, that's just not going to be enough.
Brad, this court seems to me to be sort of a punk out court.
You mean in terms of not reaching the big decisions?
Yeah, they seem to do the bare minimum. And I know we don't want the opposite. We don't want them just overreaching and saying, I know you didn't ask us this question, but we're going to tell you anyway. But, like, have some balls.
Yeah, if you look at decisions in the past, though, I mean, this has really always been the case. This isn't new. Maybe we're noticing it more in the era of 24-hour news coverage. But if you remember con law, you probably don't remember con law from law school. But in con law, we talked a lot about how that the Supreme Court would often narrowly tailor decisions so as to avoid making big sweeping judgments. And that's what we see here.
Brad, so help me out. Like I said, I'm very open on the air that I like pot gummies. I haven't had a drink. Not that I had a drinking problem. I haven't had a drink since. I discovered those 2 or 3 years ago. And I do own a couple guns. So let's say that I'm driving in my car and I have a bag of gummies I just bought from Suede, perfectly legally in the state of Missouri, and I'm driving home and the cops pull me over. This is outside of guns, and they have it in for me. And can I be charged with a drug offense even though I bought them legally and I'm operating the way I'm supposed to legally in the state of Missouri?
The reason why I'm pausing slightly is that there's a difference between technically and what practically happens. I actually researched this a few years ago whenever marijuana was on the ballot in Missouri, just to answer that question. I could not find any instance, not a single time I couldn't find, of an occurrence where someone was prosecuted under federal law when it was legal under state law.
Okay.
So if you want to ask, is it technically possible? I would have to say it would have to come from the feds. It would not come from your regular Missouri State Highway Patrol officer. Maybe the federal authorities, if the FBI raided your house for some reason, maybe they could charge you with that. But again, I've not found a single instance where that's ever happened.
Tell us about the Wentzville judge.
Well, I think this is interesting because it clashes. It's kind of a First Amendment issue a little bit here. And what happened is this judge, his name is Michael Carter. You may have seen him. He's got like a TV show that he's got. And I don't think he's on radio anymore, but he's got a TV show. He's big in social media. So even though he's a municipal judge out in Wentzville, his social media account really slanders defendants, shows that he's prejudging against people who are charged with municipal offenses. He also mocks women and says all these other kinds of things that you just don't want judges to do. And so the Missouri Judicial Disciplinary Panel said, hey, we want him off the bench. And they've recommended that to the Missouri Supreme Court, not unlike what happened about a year ago with a dude who was dressing like Elvis in court.
Yeah.
And then he was politicking in court, and they kicked him out. I mean, even though he had a deal where he would stay a judge, just wouldn't run for re-election, Mike Carter is being recommended to be taken out now. And when I say taken out, I don't want to make it like an 86-47 situation. I mean, taken out of his judicial position.
Yeah.
But then, you have to ask, what about free speech? But this isn't criminal prosecution. And just like Wheels said right before I came on, if your employer tells you to do something and you don't do it, I mean, there's a problem with that, right? And so his employer is the Missouri Supreme Court, and the employer here may say, we're going to fire you because you are saying things that demean judges. And so we got to call you on that.
All right. Thank you, buddy. We appreciate it.
My pleasure.
Tell you guys about Universal Windows Direct. And here's the deal. Most of you either don't need replacement windows right now or you're not in the market. You may need them desperately, but I get it. You got to pay for everything else, right? And there's rarely a great day to go, let's replace the windows, honey. But when that day comes, you're going to have a choice between, let's call it 5. Very well known. You see in their television commercials, they got a nice jingle, window places. I had my choice, not of all of them, but of 2 or 3 years ago, and I chose Universal, and I've been very happy with that decision. They've never disappointed me. I've never had a single listener reach out and say, hey, you bastard, you told me about this company, and they were terrible, and I'll never go anywhere you say to go again. Everyone's been really happy with them. Great windows, great guarantees, great warranties, and great deals this month. Buy 4 windows, get 4 windows for free, so 50% off. Take 48 months to pay for it with 0% interest financing, same as cash. 314-334-2522, universalwindowsdirect.com.
Here in St. Louis, word of mouth still matters, and I'm pretty careful about who I recommend, especially when it comes to something as personal as estate planning. I'm Tom Ackerman. My family has been working with the Lederman Law Firm for over 20 years now, and the reason is simple. They don't just create documents and send you on your way. They help make sure your plan works. Because let's be honest, life changes. Family needs and circumstances change. Laws change. But most estate plans don't change over time as needs, circumstances, and laws change. They're outdated, sitting in a drawer. People assume they're fine, and their plan will work when they need it to work. At the Lederman Law Firm, it's not a one-time transaction. It's an ongoing process. They build a plan to protect your family and your assets, and then for a fixed annual fee, they help keep it up to date as both your life and assets change. Check out the Lederman Law Firm at LedermanLaw.com or give them a call at 314-514-9100. The choice of a lawyer is an important decision and should not be based solely on advertisements.
Let me tell you something about insurance. When you sign your insurance policy, for some brokers, that's the finish line. Handshake, commission, done. Then you may not hear from them again until it's time for renewal. But your business runs all year, so do the gaps and the risk. So go to supersure.com. If your company has more than 25 employees, whether you're the owner, CFO, or HR manager, it can be too complex to just go buy a policy online. Supersure is the super agency built for you, licensed in every state for your business insurance and employee benefits, all with year-round support for you and your team. At supersure.com, you can access tools like fine print facts. It'll translate your current policy into plain English so you see what's covered and what's not. Plus a business value calculator so you can estimate what your business is worth so you know what actually needs protecting. Go to supersure.com. One super agency, one powerful platform, all your policies in one place. Supersure.com. That's supersure.com. Paid for by Supersure Insurance Agency, LLC, a licensed insurance agency.
A common question I receive is, how is the market right now? It just seems so volatile. Hi, I'm Christina Straight, owner of Straight Realty. If you want to buy or sell but feel overwhelmed by the whiplash of the market, then let's talk. With over 23 years as a broker, I have the exact experience you need to help you navigate this tricky market. Call me at 314-441-4444. 314-441-ALL-4s. And remember, why pay more than two?
Commissions are not regulated and are negotiable. Straight Realty is a licensed broker in the state of Missouri.
With summer here and the kids home full time, your garage door will see a lot more use. Do it a favor with annual maintenance from Overhead Door Company of St. Louis. The 26-point tune-up is one price for up to 3 garage doors and openers. Get them all done. Trusted in St. Louis for 100 years. Always look for the genuine, the original red ribbon of Overhead Door Company of St. Louis. Since 1926, they're never going to steer you wrong. Schedule online at overheaddoorsstlouis.com.
News, talk, cards. KMOX AM St. Louis. KMOX FM Hazelwood. Always live on the free Odyssey app.
At 2 o'clock, we've got clouds out there. It's 77 degrees downtown at the Arch. St. Louis police say they are ready for a teen takeover that has been planned for Forest Park this Saturday. A social media flyer promoting a gathering at Forest Park starting at 4 p.m. has been circulating, and SLMPD responded by posting the flyer with their badge stamped over it and the words "Takeover Canceled." Police say they've identified several organizers and will have extra officers throughout the area. They're also asking parents to talk to their kids about their weekend plans. Early this morning, a city street department vehicle caught fire by the infamous I-44 sinkhole.
You can still see the charred remains of the vehicle that was parked right alongside the overpass for Interstate 44 as the city street department vehicle was here to work on the sinkhole. Now, with the charred remains that you can still see, you see a door and can only make out the letters of the back half of the word department on it. But this was quite a big fire. If you look up onto the overpass, you can actually see that it charred part of the edge of the overpass for I-44 southbound all the way up to that side retaining wall as well. Meanwhile, as you can hear in the background, the construction on the lines and the repair work is continuing to go on with this sinkhole that sits underneath Interstate 44. In downtown St. Louis, Sean Malone, KMOX News.
ABC News, I'm Michelle Franzen. In Chicago, former President Obama addressing the crowd at the dedication ceremony of the Obama Presidential Center, saying the open space and Presidential Museum marks history and also hits home for him, where he met his wife, Michelle, in the city and launched his career in politics.
It's an expression of thanks, an acknowledgement that so much of what I hold most dear, I owe to the people of this city and the people of these surrounding neighborhoods.
The center opens to the public tomorrow. The U.S. lifting its portion of the blockade in the Strait of Hormuz and ship traffic starting to pick up following the memo of understanding signed by the U.S. and Iran. The terms include resuming talks on Iran's nuclear program, easing sanctions, and freeing up frozen Iranian funds, the U.S. says, if Iran keeps to the deal. In New York, the New York Knicks treated to a ticker tape parade today after becoming the NBA champs, fans turning out along the Canyon of Heroes. This is ABC News.
National Weather Service meteorologists are assessing damage in east central Illinois where tornadoes were spotted in yesterday's storms. AccuWeather meteorologist Bill Dager tells KMOX the severe weather isn't over.
It's a transition time of year between the cooler air of the winter and the warmer air of the summer. You get those air masses bumping up against each other. And like I said, we do have another opportunity for severe weather over the weekend. It looks like in the Saturday time frame, this will be mainly to the west across the plains into Missouri. And then the Sunday evening time frame, Once again, the St. Louis area, central Illinois on south is at a risk for severe weather.
Dager adds the stormy Midwest weather is likely fueled by the El Nino in the Pacific Ocean. The Dow from Stifel is up 121 points to 51,614. We've got road work on 170 going northbound at Boeing. That's got the left exit and shoulder closed. A crash on 70 going east at Natural Bridge. That's on the left side, left lane, left shoulder.
Let's go with a bit of a changeable sky this afternoon, a mix of clouds and sunshine, but the flow is now from the northwest, so we're drying out. It's breezy and it is cooler, 79, so cooler by about 10 degrees, and do not expect the strong gusty winds of yesterday. Tonight, partly cloudy and nice, pretty evening, 62 for the overnight low. Friday, plenty of sunshine, 84. Saturday, partly sunny, 86. Saturday night and Sunday, scattered showers and thunderstorms return with some heavy downpours possible. 85 Sunday afternoon for Father's Day and the first day of summer. From the Saliga Heating and Cooling Weather Center, I'm meteorologist Dave Murray on 104.1 FM. KMOX.
Right now, it's a cloudy sky downtown at the Arch, 77 degrees. I'm Michael Calhoun, KMOX News.
Weather sponsored by Renner Garage Door, forward and back, RENNER.
Giddy up! Cardinal Cowboy here. Summer heat can put your garage door to the test. Stay ahead of the game with a Renner Garage Door Summer Tune-Up. Plus, score a free repair or replacement quote and $100 off a new garage door. Forward and back.
RENNER. The Dave Glover Show is sponsored by the Michaels Flooring Outlet, the flooring experts. IGotFloored.com.
Welcome back, guys. DGS and KMOX. Happy Thursday. A few minutes past 2 p.m. My buddy and manager of the Bud Light team, Mike Stewart, is here with us. Mike's been on the show a couple times before, and Mike is a good guy, and he does a lot of good guy work, and very philanthropic and very community-minded, and he's going to talk about the boy state and girl state, and I'm not familiar, so this is good. Tell us all about it.
Well, the programs are actually going to take place beginning Saturday at Lindenwood University. The Boys State program started in Missouri in 1938.
Wow.
This is our 86th session.
Wow.
Girls State started in 1940. This is our 84th session. We are a leadership, citizenship training program. We focus on volunteerism, public service, community service. And it's framed around building an entire state government in a single week. We'll have 1,700 high school juniors going into their senior year come out and participate. We have this great list of speakers that will be there all week, and we have a number of different opportunities. We're going to grant $150,000 worth of scholarships to kids after this week. We've got schools of instruction that we hope are career-oriented for kids, so they kind of help them navigate a little bit on what they want to do. But the program has been around for a long time. It actually started in Illinois in 1934.
Mm-hmm.
So we were the second wave of programs. And it was really kind of, back then, it was to answer the indoctrination. No, I can't say that.
They'll know what you mean.
Indoctrination of the youth in Germany before World War. So the American Legion is our founding organization sponsor, and they felt it was necessary to answer that kind of thing by training our youth to be supportive of democracy.
Wow.
Yeah. So I know that there are a lot of Boys State and Girls State alum out there. I hope they reach out, and we always want to connect with our alumni. We have a list of former participants that our who's who is a true who's who.
Yeah.
A lot of great people have been through our program. So yeah, we're going to take those 1,700 and create two state governments. The Boys State program operates separately from the Girls State program. I'm authorized to speak on behalf of Boys State, and I speak generally on behalf of Girls State because I don't want them to get mad at me.
Why are they segregated?
Well, they're segregated because it's the organizations are separate. The American Legion Auxiliary runs the Girl State program, and the Boy State program is run by the American Legion itself.
Mm-hmm.
So they've because the two sponsoring organizations are separate, and they kind of wanted to keep it separate.
I think it's the kind of thing you say when you're an old man, right? But I think that one of the biggest problems with our country is that we have stopped teaching civics. And I don't care whether you take civics classes and educate yourself about government and you grow up to be a flaming liberal or a flaming MAGA. Just, it's going to help you to know what's real. It's going to help you to know how things work. It's going to arm you to be able to just be a citizen in the United States. And I remember taking civics in 7th, 8th grade, hating it at first. And then when I opened my mind, I'm like, I like this.
It's so important. We feel like this work is more important than it's ever been right now, given the climate we're in now. We operate on 4 tenets. One is we respect all viewpoints. We believe that diverse opinions make us stronger, not weaker. We act with integrity, meaning that we do what we say, we mean what we say, and we do the right thing even when it doesn't help us, that it's in conflict with our interests. We believe that you should engage in civics. You should be involved in public service. You should be out there working to better your community. We believe in that. And we also believe in champion democracy.
Yeah.
We believe it's the best ideal government out there. It's not perfect. It's still an experiment, but we should work every day to perfect it.
And you know what? It's like anything else. You're never too old to start. I consider myself an engaged, patriotic guy who's pretty well informed, and yet I've never voted in a primary. I didn't realize how important they were until the last few years. And then guys like Hancock and Kelly said, here's why we're in this predicament, because the primaries are the election. It's all over
in
after
most
that.
places,
In most places.
because you know which party's going to win.
Yeah.
In most places in the country,
yeah.
And that's the biggest change, right? I mean, that's in the past, it was not always sure what the outcome would be. We insist that our citizens, we call them citizens, the students that participate, we insist that they vote. It's a pure democracy. We are non-denominational. That we operate a 2-party system, but it's called the Federalist and the Nationalist. They build their own party platform. They create their own. Everything they do is what they've decided to do and how they will create their government. And so between everybody that participates, we get all their viewpoints out. They all talk about what they believe in, and it's refreshing. I've been doing this for a very, very long time, and every year I'm encouraged because I see these young people just, they want to serve. They've got great ideas, and they're just really bright future leaders.
Yeah.
And it's refreshing.
Rach?
Yeah, just from I mean everything you're saying from the standpoint of like building good citizens. This is so incredible. But Mike, also talk about the fact that this has just got to be life-changing for some of these kids. A program like this, just having access to something like this, it's probably putting some kids on a completely different path than they maybe would have gone down prior.
100%. I'm sitting here as an example. When I was just a young whippersnapper way back when, I found this to be life-changing because it taught me I could compete. We have, I believe it's 360 high schools participating from the state of Missouri, and you learn. My roommates at Boys State many, many years ago were from Cuba and Versailles. I thought they were from France and south of Florida. I didn't know. I was a kid from St. Louis County, right?
Yeah.
And I learned so much from them, and we purposely mix kids up from different parts of the state, and our exit polling, if you will, is 99% positive. 99% positive. And I think if you go to our website, moboystate.org, and you look in the who's who, look in our alumni section, you will see an amazing list of people, and they all are listed because they feel like Boys State and Girls State had something to do with where they are today.
Go ahead, Rach.
Well, you also have an incredible list of keynote speakers that you've had come through. What do people typically say when they've come and spoken at this event? What kind of feedback do you get from the speakers?
The speakers have become one of our most favorite parts of the program for our participants because one thing that we do that we insist on is every speaker that comes has to take questions from those kids. Every speaker that comes has the opportunity.
The way real government should
answer. The way real government should be, yes. And very, very seldom do speakers refuse to take questions because we've had some really high level folks come and speak, and in fact, one of the speakers, John Brennan, who was the former CIA director, said, "Your questions are better than Congress."
I don't doubt that at all. I mean, I really don't.
It's true, and the kids are like so smart. I mean, it's just really, it's refreshing when you see this happen. You see kids formulating their opinions and they're building, their arguments over why their viewpoints were what they are, right? And every year we have almost full participation from the constitutional officers of the state of Missouri, and they all come and they're always impressed by our group. So it is a transformational experience. We tell everybody before they come, be ready to work and understand that when you're done, you're going to be a better person. And we think we hit that mark.
Dude, these speakers, you have Senator Joe Manchin,
Yes.
you have Catherine Hanaway, Lieutenant Governor Wassinger, Treasurer Vivek Malik, Brady Cook, Cody Schrader, Frank Cusimano. Well, Frank's a bit of a miss, but you can't be 100% right.
There's not a lot of people available. So, no, I just got a text from Frank today. Frank's excited about it.
I bet.
He's really into it, and we love having Frank. Martin Luther King III is speaking during this week. Senator Joe Manchin is one of the most intriguing people, I think, because of how he governed when he was in the Senate. I think he's going to be a great speaker. We've had so many good ones in the past few years that we're really excited about, our list of speakers. Our director, Jack Laskowitz, the Boys State program, McKay Mickens of the Girls State program, worked tirelessly to get all these folks to come and talk to the kids, and it's really beneficial.
I think it's so valuable, too, because like Mike Tyson said, everyone has a plan to get punched in the mouth. Everyone thinks they know what they believe until they have to put it into practice.
Absolutely.
Even if it's over a weekend with a pretend government. But when you have to actually make those tough decisions and not just spout off on social media, that's a lesson in and of itself.
So much so. We encourage debate. We have the governor candidates every year debate each other in front of our Boys State press, and they ask questions. It's a true laboratory. We have a fully operational court system. Both programs operate court systems, so you have to pass a bar exam to be an attorney to work in the court system. We elect judges on the municipal level, and then we appoint. We stick to the Missouri plan. So our Supreme Court at Missouri Boys State and Girls State are appointed by the governor. So it's a true laboratory in how the system works in Missouri.
What can we do? What can my listeners do?
Well, we are 100%, 99.9% a volunteer organization.
Mm-hmm.
We have 2 paid staffers that work as administrators, and we have to raise the money every year to put this program on. So anybody who's interested can go to our website, moboystate.org or missourigirlsstate.org, and you can make a donation. We've created a foundation that supports the program, the Missouri Boys State Memorial Trust. If you want to do a legacy-style gift, that's where you would go. If you want to support kids in your area, we rely on more corporate support and individual support than we ever have. The American Legion, the Optimist Clubs, the Rotaries have always been great sponsors, but they're starting to dwindle a little. The American Legion as well. So we're hustling every year to raise a lot of money. And if you would like to help us, we think this is a great place to support keeping our democracy solvent.
I love it.
Straight.
I love it.
Yeah.
We'll put all the information up on our social media so you guys can get involved, volunteer if you want to, sponsor kids to go, put some money in there. Good to see you, Skip.
Thank you.
All right,
appreciate
buddy.
you having me. So really appreciate it.
You bet.
Thank you.
Lemonade! Fresh squeezed lemonade! Lemonade? Oh all nuts.
Is your business struggling to be seen? Not reaching the right customers?
Yeah.
Odyssey's here to help. Your one-stop shop for digital marketing.
Wait, really?
With targeted digital media, plus SEO, SEM, social, OTT, and more, we help your business reach the right audience and drive results.
Whoa, hey, one at a time.
Stop missing out on valuable customers. Visit digitallocalads.com to learn more about our local advertising solutions. That's digitallocalads.com.
Okay, people, line starts here.
While the world watches the stars at the FIFA World Cup this summer, Hyundai has its eyes on the next generation of talent. The future stars who are already turning heads at age 14. Because next doesn't wait for an invitation. And neither do we. Hyundai has always moved the future within reach. We did it when we made advanced safety standard on every vehicle and engineered EVs with ultra-fast charging capability. Because the future isn't some far-off concept. It's already here. Next starts now. Hyundai, an official partner of FIFA.
This is the story of the one. As a maintenance engineer at a beverage manufacturing plant, he starts his day knowing every line is ready to run because Grainger delivers the industrial-grade products he needs to keep mixers, conveyors, and packaging equipment moving. With Grainger's vast selection of bearings, belts, and motors, he keeps operations running smoothly, so nothing grinds to a halt. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Tell you guys about my friend Susan L. Ward. Susan's there for you if you're going to be getting divorced or if you are divorced and someone is taking you back. It's called a modification. And that used to be, about a third of the cases I would get, that you get divorced and you have all your paperwork and then either someone leaves something out. We didn't say who was going to pay for college. We didn't say this. We didn't say that. Or something changes. They hit the lottery. They married a multimillionaire. They lost their job. I am disabled now. Anything involving you and a divorce, whether you're heading to it or it's in your rearview mirror, but it seems to be rearing its head again, you can't do better than Susan L. Ward. As I always say, talk to your best friend, talk to your pastor, talk to your priest, talk to a counselor, but you haven't done what you need to do until you've spoken to a really, really good divorce attorney, and that's Susan. She has offices all over Missouri, 314-783-9400, stlfamilylaw.com.
We are on the biggest stage in the world right now, and you know I am talking about soccer. The whole world is paying attention, and FanDuel has decided to change the game. And as you know, if you bet soccer, that sometimes your player gets subbed out, and then what happens? Your bet goes with them. Well, FanDuel says we have a better way to do it. That's not happening anymore. With FanDuel Super Sub, if your player is subbed out, your bet stays in. That's right. If your player leaves the match, your bet continues with the substitute. So you are still in it until the final whistle. Just go to FanDuel.com/Missouri to get started now. I've been telling you about this app for many, many months. I love using it. It's easy to use. All the information you need is right there. FanDuel.com/Missouri. Let there be goals this summer on FanDuel. Must be 21 or over and present in Missouri. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
After a disaster, emotional recovery takes time. Show Me Hope Missouri offers free, confidential support wherever you are. Call or text 1-800-985-5990 and connect with a local crisis counselor today. From Missouri Department of Mental Health.
Join Jerry Ricken and Heidi Ricken Provost for Kickin' with the Rickens, Redefining Retirement, every Saturday at 3 p.m. right here on KMOX. And get more, including the Kickin' with the Rickens podcast, when you visit RickenFinancial.com.
Proudly serving St. Louis for over 100 years. KMOX, the voice of St. Louis.
Welcome back, DGS 222. I got to tell you something. I'm going to get a little smoltzy here But programs like this, guys like Stu, keep me in the game, right? Because let's face it, like the modern world, especially social media, is like taking a bath in a sewer. I mean, you get out and you're like, I'm even stinkier than I was before. And it really makes you feel like can't win, don't try, the world's gone to hell in a handbasket. And maybe the bad guys have the advantage right now, but it's good to know there's still legit good guys.
Well, yeah, and it sounds like this is exactly what these kind of programs do is they broaden your horizons.
Yeah.
The things that you see and take in every day are not all of the things going on. And what this does is it diversifies things and it gives kids different pathways and different options and different ways of considering things. And I mean, it just sounds absolutely incredible. We did put the link to both organizations up on the DGS stream, MissouriGirlsState.org and MoBoysState.org if you would like to learn more.
Okay. All right.
Very cool.
We also have a baseball question for you.
Oh.
But it's a fantasy question. How you
Fantasy
feel about
baseball
those?
or
no fantasy? Like, what if Lou Brock was?
Oh, what if?
All right,
Yeah, those are fine.
If you could put together an all-time All-Star team, it can be Stan Musial at his peak. Okay, the best 9 players ever to play, and they competed in 2026 as a team. What's the most wins an all-time team like that you think could get?
So they're not training like new players. They're not. They're just being time. They're just coming through a portal in time and showing up.
No, I'm fine if it were a 2026 level Stan Musial. I'm okay with that.
Because if you're just talking about the greats, they'd be great. You know, the thing that separates the greatest from everyone else isn't training techniques or all that. It's their desire to be great. Like if you were to take Shohei Ohtani and plop him into any previous generation, he'd be the best player there is. Just like if you plopped Babe Ruth in now, with today's training techniques and today's knowledge, he'd be as great as he was back then. He'd be as great as the best guys now. I think that greatness is about dedication. It's about physical ability, right? But it's honed now more than it would have been 100 years ago. But it's still physical ability. It's there. It's just molded differently and more specifically now.
Would you expect him to win 120 games?
I mean, no. If it's an all-star team, yeah. I mean, we have, if we look at the Dodgers as an example, we think of them as an all-star team, but it's not an all Hall of Fame team.
Yeah.
They got 5 Hall of Famers on their team. They don't have 20 or 25 of them. So, no, I mean, that team, if it's all assumed that you're being trained in the modern techniques and you have the same abilities that you had in your prime, yeah, they would be.
Joel says
dominant.
137 wins.
I don't know what number it would be, but it would be more than the current record, which is 116. Because there's never been a team that had, 9 Hall of Fame players on it, right? There's never been that.
It would be cool if AI, for example, could tell us you bring Babe Ruth to 2026 and put him through the knowledge that we have now, like you were saying, Wheels.
Yeah.
If we could get an accurate picture of what that would actually be like, that would be very, very cool to see.
Well, and the guy lived on beer, sex, and hot dogs.
Yeah.
So,
Well, and the game, there's everything about.
Doesn't sound like a bad way to live.
No. Just everything about this. I mean, all sports. We're talking baseball, but this is true for every sport. Everything about the sport is different than it was.
Mm-hmm.
They were all playing day games back then. There were no night games. They didn't have lights. They didn't travel as much because every team was on the East Coast or in the central, from the Mississippi over to the East Side. So travel was shorter and simpler. You didn't play as many teams or as many games, right? I mean, we've talked about this a million times, where a guy like Babe Ruth might see, 75, 80 pitchers a year. Guys now see 300 pitchers a year. It's just everything's different. Training, equipment, velocity. I mean, baseballs. They use a new baseball every time one gets dirty now.
Yeah,
if a ball hits the dirt, it's out of the game. They used to play with the same ball the whole game back in the day.
Yeah, till that one guy got hit in the head.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Because the ball was all muddy.
Right. It would have pine tar on it, dirt, grass stains, you name it.
Yeah. Before we do our Lombardo live, I have to show everyone my new Bud Light number 20.
That's a new hoodie, man.
Hoodie.
That
That's pretty sweet.
Very sharp.
Isn't that sweet?
Really
Was
nice.
that your number?
Yeah.
You
I'm
were
gonna wear
20?
the hell out of this.
They got to have to retire 20.
I'm the only guy with 1,000 batting average.
You are the
I've
all-time
been
Bud
waiting.
Light leader in batting
Yeah,
average.
I've heard nothing.
I mean, maybe there could be a guy or two tied with you, but obviously nobody better.
There could be, but there's not. Lombardo Rage?
Yeah, I'm just looking at Lombardo's website, which is lombardohomes.com. Go check it out for yourself, because I want to learn more about these two brand new opportunities in St. Charles County. Lombardo has Crooked Creek at Cottleville Trails. These are new townhomes from the high 300s. Great amenities that make Cottleville Trails one of the area's most sought-after communities. There's also South Point Estates. These are 3+ acre home sites. You've got top-rated Wentzville school districts. It's going to create the perfect setting for your custom dream home. So whether you're looking for a townhome or a single-family home, Lombardo has you covered. That website, again, lombardohomes.com to learn more.
I'm going to reiterate what I said the last time, which is don't let anything get in your head. And one thing that could, if you're my age, is like, I live in a 4,500 square foot house right now. The kids are gone. I'm an empty nester. I don't need all that space. I really like to look at something like, 2,200 square feet, 2,500 square feet. But they're probably not interested in that. No, Lombardo's totally interested in that. It's probably about half of what they do is helping people my age and above downsize into a great home that's absolutely perfect for them in every way. For all things Lombardo, go to lombardohomes.com.
And it's 2:29. This time check is sponsored by Paramount Men's Medical Center.
Before YouTube DIY videos, before skip ad, before don't forget to like and subscribe, there was KMOX. And this Saturday, we're still at your service. At 8, the Garden Hotline with Michelle Reeser-West, sponsored by Chesterfield Valley Nursery. At 11, the Home Improvement Show with Rich Orris, sponsored by Mosby Building Arts. So, skip the videos and get it done right. KMOX is at your service, starting Saturday at 8.
This summer, there's no better place to catch Team USA in the FIFA World Cup 26 than the Beer Garden at Anheuser-Busch. We hosted KMOX listeners there last week, and trust us, the atmosphere is incredible. Huge screens, great seats everywhere, ice-cold beer, $15 Michelob Ultra pitchers, $20 Ultra buckets, $5 Ultra drafts, and collectible FIFA cups while supplies last. Bring your crew, cheer on Team USA at the Beer Garden. Visit BudweiserTours.com for details.
Dave Murray's weather forecast is sponsored by Financial and Tax Strategies.
Let's go with a bit of a changeable sky this afternoon, a mix of clouds and sunshine, but the flow is now from the northwest, so we're drying out. It's breezy and it is cooler, 79, so cooler by about 10 degrees, and do not expect the strong gusty winds of yesterday. Tonight, partly cloudy and nice. Pretty evening. 62 for the overnight low. Friday, plenty of sunshine, 84. Saturday, partly sunny, 86. Saturday night and Sunday, scattered showers and thunderstorms return with some heavy downpours possible. 85 Sunday afternoon for Father's Day and the first day of summer. From the Saliga Heating and Cooling Weather Center, I'm meteorologist Dave Murray on 104.1 FM, KMOX.
If your retirement plan is mostly what if and a little fingers crossed, you deserve better answers than that. Check out Wealth and Wisdom Saturdays at 7 a.m. here on KMOX. I'm Gary Goldberg. Call 800-966-1690.
Cardinals fans, this is Ricky Horton. Have you ever had a dream of meeting your favorite former Cardinals? You can make those dreams come true all season long with St. Louis Cardinals alumni experiences. You can join me and other former Cardinals players at events including Cardinals Conversations, Fans at Bat, Turn 2 with Ozzy, Cardinals Kids Clinics, and Cardinals Fantasy Camps. Don't miss your chance to make lifelong memories. Visit cardinals.com/alumni for more information.
If you're craving baseball conversations about your favorite players, alumni, and franchise memories, you'll love that Cardinals Magazine is dedicated to the stories that matter most to you. From Gold Gloves to championship rings, from the Wizard and Willie to Albert, Yachty, Uncle Charlie, and well beyond. Their careers define our pages. Treat yourself or a friend to a subscription today at cardinals.com/magazine. Cardinals Magazine, past, present, and future, it's all here.
I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. A question I get all the time is, how did we become the largest injury firm in the world? We have over 1,000 lawyers in all 50 states and close to 6,000 coworkers. Our call center is on duty 24/7. You can reach us at any time at forthepeople.com. But the real reason is we won a lot. When you visit our website, go to our verdicts and settlements. There you will see what our clients were offered and what they were awarded at trial. All those verdicts help us resolve many cases fairly and early. You see, nothing beats reputation. The insurance industry knows who we are. We even have insurance adjusters call us for representation because they know too. We've made it easy. On your mobile device or computer, go to forthepeople.com and we will get busy. It's that easy. Call today. Morgan & Morgan, for the people. Injured? Dial pound law or visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
This summer, there's no better place to catch Team USA in the FIFA World Cup 26 than the Beer Garden at Anheuser-Busch. We hosted KMOX listeners there last week, and trust us, the atmosphere is incredible. Huge screens, great seats everywhere, ice-cold beer, $15 Michelob Ultra pitchers, $20 Ultra buckets, $5 Ultra drafts, and collectible FIFA cups while supplies last. Bring your crew, cheer on Team USA at the Beer Garden. Visit BudweiserTours.com for details.
Today, the Cards, the Royals.
Embrun Total Access 545. First pitch 640.
Cardinals Radio. 104.1 FM KMOX.
Our conversation with Ricky Horton is sponsored by Rawlings. Visit the Rawlings Experience at Westport.
Welcome back, guys. DGS on KMOX. Happy Thursday to you. Ricky Horton joins us from Kansas City. Hey, Rick.
Hey, what's going on, guys? I'm actually not only joining you from Kansas City, but from the wonderful broadcast booth here at Kauffman Stadium. This is really a pretty cool stadium with a great view.
Yeah, Nick and I'm embarrassed to say, Rick, you were talking when we played golf earlier this week. You know, how your daughter's on a pilgrimage to go to as many big league stadiums as possible. You've been in 59 big league stadiums. Yes, I'm embarrassed to say I've only been at Busch and Wrigley was my first time last year. I need to go see KC, especially since they're going to have a new stadium. What's the vibe like at KC?
It really is very much like you'd expect it to be in a Midwest town. Honestly, it's like St. Louis, and they love their Royals, and it's very kind of homey place to be. I would say you feel really close to the field, no matter where you sit in this ballpark, and it's got kind of some unique. It's got the crown in center field. It's got a kind of a unique look to it. The fountains, which of course says Kansas City too. So just all kinds of really nice things to look at, and they've got a good young team. They're not playing as great as that you'd expect them to play, but they'll get there.
And Rick, out on the course, we were talking about how much variation there is in the broadcast booths, and that you guys have your favorites, your least favorites, but we can brag a little bit that our broadcast booth, KMOX at Busch Stadium, is one of, if not the best in the entire league.
Yeah. I mean, it gets A star plus. Everybody that comes there says the same thing, and it gives us a chance to entertain folks from other teams. We like that. We get to talk about our teams to each other and learn some things to help the broadcast be better. And the TV guys come over. We talk a whole bunch with them. We connect really well with them, and I just think it's a great place to bring some sponsors into. We do that from time to time. It really is huge compared to a place like, say, Wrigley, and of course Wrigley's been around since forever, and so you can't really make it any bigger than it is. But the booth in St. Louis is ridiculously good.
So I'm going to let Wheels handle the X's and O's as usual, but I have a Dave question for you.
Yeah.
We're a third-ish through the season, and Rach and I went to the game yesterday and sweated our asses off, and it was so hot, and we were just sitting there eating hot dogs. To be a professional player and to play 162, football guys prepare in their way, soccer guys prepare in their way. What is it like to prepare for a 162-game season, and what is it like to get through it maybe at this stage?
Well, I think what you need to have to be able to get through it, you have to have the perseverant gene. I actually got that from my mom. My mom is very much like that, and she could kind of withstand anything. She could just kind of, keep working and keep going and keep going and keep going. And you have to do that in baseball because, you got another game. And you got the disappointment of what just happened. Okay, you lose to the Padres, which, by the way, the Cardinals winning 2 out of 3 against the Padres, it's weird that we're actually at a point where we're disappointed that we didn't win the last game. It's like, wait a minute, these are the Padres, and their payrolls, 5 times ours. I mean, so for us to be able to get to that point is really cool. But I think perseverance part of it. And Dave, I hate to tell you, but by the time we get home and we play that game on Saturday during the next homestand, which is coming up next Saturday, that will be the halfway point of the season. So we're already at that, and the Cardinals still continue to be competitive. So that's been fun.
It's going to be a really interesting month, Ricky. This is similar to where the team was record-wise on this date last year. Very similar, but right around the 7-8 games over 500. And we know it didn't trend well, but I don't know. I can't put my finger on exactly what it is. I have ideas. I'm curious what yours are as to why this feels different. And maybe it's just the expectations were lower, so it feels better. But I don't get the feeling. I don't have the same concerns now that I had a year ago about the rest of the year.
Well, and I think I agree with you on that, and it is kind of odd though, because you look back and you say, why were we still so pessimistic, and why were fans so mad about where we were going? And I do feel like the vision has gotten much clearer, and everybody's not only seeing what they're doing now, but you're realizing that these guys are going to be the same guys that we see next year. I mean, for the most part. Right. So I think there's something about that too, and you've got a kind of a patchwork team put together to kind of try to keep things going, and you know that those guys maybe are only short-term solutions. It just doesn't feel the same as, okay, grow with us. Chip Carey loves to say that phrase, come and grow with us, because I think that's what's happening. These guys are growing up before our eyes. The Ivan Herrera's, Mason Wynn, J.J. Weatherholt now, and they're going to be here next year. I mean, they will. We're not there. They will be the kind of the core and the nucleus, and I think that's better defined. I think that's why we have more hope, frankly.
Rick, I am always careful not to talk out of school and share things that you and I talk about privately, but I'm sure you can talk about this, that I've never seen a change in a player the way I've seen in Jordan Walker.
Yeah.
And you've talked about with me privately that it's not just grounders and pop flies and fastballs. He's changed as a person.
He has become he's just become a man. Not that he wasn't a man before, but I mean, he really is settled in who he is, and there's a psychology of that. There's a confidence of that. There's a presence of that. I mean, when he walks in the room, he's not a real chatty guy. He's not kind of overly. He's not a tough guy, but I mean, he looks like he could beat you up. I mean, but he's not that personality at all, and yet I think he's starting to develop this feel for how do I compete and how do I get all that out every single day and how do I prep. And look, the guy has made great strides. He deserves all the credit. Coaches have helped him, yes, but Jordan's the one doing it. And I'm just so happy for him based on where he was. I almost felt like he was at a point where he was defeated. And here's a guy that's the number one pick and all the talent in the world, but he was just so frustrated by his inability to do what he had done so naturally. But that ability is coming out again for sure.
How about that throw yesterday?
Oh my goodness! Yeah, no, he's got a great. So I don't even remember him having. For his rookie year, apparently he had 8 outfield assists, or maybe it was more than that. And I don't kind of remember him having a big arm that he was showing off. But, man, does he have one now. His speed's better on the bases. He's aggressive. He's stealing bases. He's probably going to lead the Cardinals in stolen bases, by the way. I think that's going to happen. And so he's really a complete player. By the way, the Cardinals, I don't know if you guys have heard this, they just announced that Max Radjic is going to be up here. I just got the note officially on that from the Cardinals, and I'm excited to see Max and see what he can do to help the Cardinals pen.
Yeah, for anybody that missed it, Chris Roycroft was designated for assignment, so he could still clear waivers. He could be traded. It's to be determined what his future is. But Radjic is here, and I find him to be interesting, Ricky. Didn't have much success as a starter once he got past A-ball, and he's been moved to the bullpen. And this is his first year as a reliever, and he's been awesome for Memphis. I mean, we're talking strikeouts, only 31 hits allowed in 40 innings. We're talking about a guy who's, by the way, also working multiple innings, which I think is a major factor coming into this bullpen with the Cardinals.
Yeah, he's basically a starter that's become a reliever, and he's taken those innings along with him, and he's got the durability. The first I heard about Max Radjic, I heard from Jason Isringhausen. He said, "I love this guy, Max Radjic. You're going to love this dude because he competes." And this was like A-ball, double-A guy. He said, this guy's got that extra little fire in him that I just love. And I was on a caravan with Max, and he also, not only does he have that fire, but confidence, great humor, just a fun guy, good teammate. I'm sure that Cardinal fans are going to love Max Radjic.
It's just I think this what I'm going to say, Ricky, ties into, in addition to what you said, why there's more positivity, and it's the team has been a little more proactive, and I think some of it is that there are more options to go to, and then you can just see that even though the team is good, there are still a lot of these guys that have more in them. They can be better than they've been versus, okay, they're on the downside, this is the best they're going to be.
So I think what we were all worried about, or a lot of Cardinal fans, I would say, were worried that, okay, we've got this long-term deal, so we're just going to throw these guys out there and we're going to be stuck in, and we're not going to make any changes and just see what happens. Well, it's more malleable than that. I mean, and I think Heim has shown that he does react when, okay, the bullpen needs help. Let's go get a solution. Now, they're internal solutions, which means your minor league system is a little bit better than it was. But think about some of those guys that have been fortifying that minor league system that we got for Sonny Gray and Contreras and Matz. You don't have Blaze Jordan if you still have Steven Matz, right? So you make that deal. You have a guy just in case Nolan Gorman is struggling, and he was struggling, and maybe he won't in the future. But then Blaze Jordan comes up and fills in because you had him there. So I just think people are starting to see how that development thing works, and that development is not just the big leagues. It is the big leagues, but it's also the minor leagues, big leagues combined.
Man, it's been an impressive thing, and I know I saw the manager was talking about this. Ollie was talking about the lineup, and I believe it was on Gas House Gang, but I think he did it post-game as well, and how much different it looks, because he was saying, and actually it was on Gas House, because he was saying how not long before they called up Blaze Jordan, he wasn't sure that Blaze was going to be an option at third, right? And I think this is the same idea for the front office, too. They weren't sure. But they saw some things. They realized you got to a point where you had to do something, and here's a guy that's got a bat. You look at the bottom of the order now compared to a few weeks ago when it was really light. I mean, you've got a good hitter in the 6, 7, 8, and even 9 spots now. I mean, even Nathan Church batting 9th is a good hitter.
Yeah, so Church he's got good speed, and he brings good base running to the mix, and then you've got a bench that's better too.
Yeah,
I mean,
Velasquez has been really good.
Velasquez is scary and a scary at bat, and not scary personally. He's a really nice guy, but he's scary with the bat in his hand. And Fermin's a quality hitter as well. I mean, you've just got more options, and you've also got a guy that just hit 4 home runs in AAA. Now, I'm not saying he's going to be here anytime soon, but again, you're building something that just feels like it's going to be more of a long haul thing that's going to be successful.
I'm not saying he's Jose Aquindo or Brendan Donovan. I've always liked Fermin.
Yeah. Well, I don't know if you've ever had a chance to meet him, Dave, but if you met him, you would like him 10 times more. I mean, he is one of the he is a kind, friendly, just wonderful guy that everybody loves him. He's never, I call him Senor Sonrisa, which is Mr. Smile, because he's always, I think that's what it is. I hope I'm not calling him something bad, but I could, Big Butt. Whatever but he's still smiling. Even if I said that, he'd still smile at me. So the guy has got really good bat to ball skills. He's a really good hitter. He's learned to be a good defender at multiple positions. Doesn't have a great arm. The whole world knows that. He's not a big power guy, but he's just a tough at bat. And you need guys like that, and you also need guys that are good teammates, and he's that.
All right, buddy. Have a great time in KC.
All right, guys. Thanks.
Cardinals fans, this is Ricky Horton. Have you ever had a dream of meeting your favorite former Cardinals? You can make those dreams come true all season long with St. Louis Cardinals alumni experiences. You can join me and other former Cardinals players at events including Cardinals Conversations, Fans at Bat, Turn 2 with Ozzy, Cardinals Kids Clinics, and Cardinals Fantasy Camps. Don't miss your chance to make lifelong memories. Visit cardinals.com/alumni for more information.
If you're craving baseball conversations about your favorite players, alumni, and franchise memories, you'll love that Cardinals Magazine is dedicated to the stories that matter most to you. From Gold Gloves to championship rings, from the Wizard and Willie to Albert, Yachty, Uncle Charlie, and well beyond, their careers define our pages. Treat yourself or a friend to a subscription today at cardinals.com/magazine. Cardinals Magazine, past, present, and future, it's all here.
So if you are in the market or even just a little bit interested in doing a bathroom remodel, just know that it's never been easier. Now, back when I was a kid, I don't think there were those things. Like you'd find a local, carpenter or something, and they would put in something. And I remember years ago hearing about Bath Fitter and, tub over tub and all that kind of thing. And then, on the television all the time with 3-Day Kitchen and Bath Fitter. And then when I met Mike 2 or 3 years ago now, and he's like, yeah, I do the same thing, but all due respect to the other companies, they paved the way. I think I do a better job. I'm local. Everyone who works for me is local, really dedicated to the community. You can, here's my cell phone. I'm easy to track. No regional managers, no national managers, none of that stuff. They use all made in the USA products. Right now, they're offering you a free rain shower head, or if you prefer, you can upgrade your bathroom remodel with safety features like grab bars or a built-in seat. Totally customizable. Whatever it is you can envision, we can do. And here's the thing. We can do it better for 30 to 50% less than the aforementioned national companies. If you're a disabled veteran, you can get a brand new bathroom remodel for no money out of your pocket through a VA benefit, which you certainly have earned. 636-775-0800, michaelsbaths.com.
Come out to Hot Shots on Lindbergh this Friday between 12 and 2 p.m. to celebrate 150 years of Budweiser. Don't miss out on a fresh day of brewed Budweiser and a chance to win great prizes while mingling with KMOX sports talent and sports manager Tom Ackerman. And while you're there, don't miss the chance to stay and watch the U.S. versus Australia game on the big screens while enjoying a Budweiser. All happening Friday at Hot Shots on Lindbergh. For more information, go to KMOX.com/events.
It's 2:49. This time check is sponsored by Paramount Men's Medical Center.
Looking for a career change? Well, the Gelman team with eXp Realty is hiring. Their unmatched blueprint to success, real support, and proven systems help agents take their business to the next level. Level up your future and earning potential. Take the first step at thegelmanteam.com.
I'm Bob Burke, founder and chairman of Burke America Parts Group, a family of brands that includes RepairClinic.com, an appliance and HVAC parts solution company that's grown into an international brand. Before AmericanEagle.com, we partially launched a new technology platform developed by another firm. American Eagle helped take our technology to a whole new level with digital marketing, software development, and business insights into our key markets, appliances, HVAC, and outdoor power equipment, and did so both on time and on budget. AmericanEagle.com has the resources, experience, and talent needed to produce solutions. Our new technology platform, developed by AmericanEagle.com, has produced tremendous results with higher traffic, conversion, engagement, and online revenue. If you have any home repairs you need to take care of, check us out at RepairClinic.com. If you need a world-class website or technology project, then I would highly recommend AmericanEagle.com.
Call AmericanEagle.com at 773-NETWORK. That's AmericanEagle.com, 773-NETWORK.
In the military, the mission was clear. You knew what to do. Now, the mission has changed. Stepping into civilian life isn't about finding a job. It's finding your purpose.
I wanted a career that would leverage the skills and discipline I gained in the military. IT just felt right.
My Computer Career offers class schedules that fit into your life and skills in high demand. Put your VA benefits to work. Visit mycomputercareer.edu/CWP to jumpstart your IT career today. An Elite CompTIA certification partner. Financial aid is available to those who qualify, including VA benefits.
This is the story of the one who keeps multiple buildings running smoothly day after day. Plumbing that flows, HVAC that hums, cleaning supplies that keep surfaces sparkling. That's why she counts on Grainger. With easy reordering online and 24/7 support, Grainger helps her keep the products she needs on hand. So shelves stay stocked and buildings stay ready. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Broadcasting from the Scott Credit Union Studio, 104.1 FM, KMOX.
Welcome back, DGS. Don't take this dirty. Do you know how people are susceptible to yawns? I guess we're all kind of susceptible to this, but there are people out there who have such a gag reflex that if you fake gag in front of them, they like lose their stuff.
Yeah, they're all over TikTok.
Yeah.
People like to prank their
To
friends
trigger
that
them?
do that. Yeah. And then record it and put it on the internet.
You seem salty.
No, not at all. None of it. Yeah, I have none of those reflexes, but it's like it's just,
I have none of
it
those
just feels like a
reflexes.
mean thing to do to your friend, right?
Yeah, it does seem very mean.
Because everybody hates the feeling of throwing up or about to throw up, and you're making someone feel that. That's not cool.
Yeah.
I mean, I like pranks, but I don't like that one.
Yeah.
Maybe go fart by him or something. That's a prank.
I'm with you.
Blech.
Maybe go fart. I just did a wheeler. I didn't hear what he said at all. And I'm like, I'm with you.
I was like, I can't believe Rach was the only one that made him
brother.
endorse this.
Dave was like nodding and signing off, and Rach was like, nope.
So I get mistaken for lots of celebrities
Yeah.
who have cantaloupe heads like me. And today we were at a food truck event right by the office, me and Rach and Andrew. And while I was buying burgers, a lady walked up and told Rach, man, I thought your friend was Howie Mandel.
Yeah. Well, she goes, you know who he favors, right? You know who he looks just like. And I almost said Michael Chiklis because that's what they told. That's who they thought you were at Disney.
Yeah.
And I was like, I don't know. She's like, Howie Mandel. I said, I guess I see it. With those sunglasses, sure.
And then she added to them and to me, because then she told me, and she touched her face and she goes, you're a little thicker in the face.
Yeah. Yeah. Everybody loves to hear that, right?
Yeah. You look like Marilyn Monroe. I mean, you're fat, but I mean, you're like a fat Marilyn Monroe.
Yeah. Well, at least you don't get compared to Ronald McDonald and Richie Cunningham.
Ronald McDonald.
I'm kidding. It was I've never gotten that one. I get the jokes about Carrot Top, but that doesn't work because I don't have long hair.
Right.
It's definitely more the Richie Cunningham, Ralph Malph kind of stuff.
Did you get made fun of for being a ginger as a kid?
Not much. Occasionally. But never in a way where it was like really bothered me because of whatever.
Do you remember that kid on the internet who was like, gingers have souls?
Yeah. That poor kid clearly got picked on.
Vic says, Dave, just don't wear Andrew's Charlie Brown shirt. Shut up, Vic. Tired of Vic.
I don't get it.
Because I guess he thinks I look like Charlie Brown because I'm bald.
Oh, okay. I get it now.
We'll do like a little squiggle.
I don't clock how discriminatory towards bald people are.
Well, yeah, because you really don't look like Howie Mandel.
With the glasses, I get a glance, but I don't see it. I would never have come up with that comp on my own.
But if you have the same face as Howie Mandel, but a full head of hair, nobody's saying it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We are on the biggest stage in the world right now, and you know I am talking about soccer. The whole world is paying attention, and FanDuel has decided to change the game. And as you know, if you bet soccer, that sometimes your player gets subbed out, and then what happens? Your bet goes with them. Well, FanDuel says we have a better way to do it. That's not happening anymore. With FanDuel Super Sub, if your player is subbed out, your bet stays in. That's right. If your player leaves the match, your bet continues with the substitute. So you are still in it until the final whistle. Just go to FanDuel.com/Missouri to get started now. I've been telling you about this app for many, many months. I love using it. It's easy to use. All the information you need is right there. FanDuel.com/Missouri. Let there be goals this summer on FanDuel. Must be 21 or over and present in Missouri. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Hey guys, Kevin Wheeler for Game Day Men's Health. You can find him at GameDayMen'sHealth.com, and I highly recommend you do that. If you don't feel the way you want to, there are answers to a lot of those questions. Like what they do for me, what Game Day Men's Health has done for me over the last year is what they do for everybody that comes through those doors. They make your life better. They help you get to where you want to be. For me, a year ago, heavy legs, dragging all the time. Workouts were really hard to get through. Recovery was really slow. If I had a long day at the ballpark, coaching, that I was sore and tired for multiple days following it, it's all gone. It's all gone. I feel like I did when I was 40. I'm now 54. I feel like I did 12, 13, 14, 15 years ago because my body's working more like that. Found out my testosterone was low. That was the initial consultation. That's what the blood work showed. So they said, we got an answer for that. And it's tailor-made for me. Everything is individualized. This is not one-size-fits-all medicine. What your treatment will be what will work for you to get you to your goals, whether that's the TRT treatments, peptides, medical weight loss. And keep in mind, they have their own pharmacy at Game Day Men's Health, which means medical weight loss stuff is a pretty good price. You can take that out. And, of course, this also is true for all of the ED treatments as well. So if you're not feeling right, don't just accept it. It doesn't have to stay that way. So get into Game Day Men's Health. When you're there, tell them Kevin Wheeler sent you in. They'll knock $50 off your first purchase. They'll give you a free vitamin B12 shot as a kicker there as well. And all you need to do is take the step. Go to GameDayMen'sHealth.com and get back to the top of your game with Game Day Men's Health.
I'm Piera Palazzolo, VP of Digital Marketing for the American Management Association, a company focused on the management training skills needed to enhance the careers of business professionals. We did our research when it came to the best companies for website development and chose AmericanEagle.com. And we couldn't be happier. AmericanEagle.com worked closely with us to understand the front and back end requirements needed to launch an e-commerce website that could handle the complexities of running thousands of seminars nationwide. Our robust new website and improved SEO saw immediate increases in site traffic and web revenue. If you're in need of managerial effectiveness and success, visit our website at amanet.org. If you're in need of a website that provides an unparalleled consumer experience, I highly recommend AmericanEagle.com.
Transform your business today. Dial 877-WebNow1 for a free digital consultation with AmericanEagle.com.
Tell you guys about my buddy, Dr. Corey Solman. He is an orthopedic surgeon. He's a Midwest orthopedic and spine specialist. I've known Corey, almost the whole time I've been on the air. He is just the greatest guy. I do lives, of course, for other physicians. I talk about Dr. Matt Bays with Bays Sports Medicine, and Corey and Matt know each other, and they will send patients back and forth. If Matt sees someone he thinks, you know what, you're a good candidate for surgery, he will send them over to Corey Solman. So, it's kind of common sense. If someone you care about is injured and it's pretty bad, and you want to get an opinion from an orthopedic surgeon, Corey's the guy. If you want to go see Corey first, if it's sufficiently bad and you think, oh, I'm just going to go right past everyone else and go straight to the surgeon, go see Corey. But it doesn't have to be at that level. He usually doesn't do surgeries. Does that make sense? If he gets 100 cases in, I'm kind of making this up. He may do surgery on half of them, but he does not have a reputation as a cutter. He's going to do what is best for you guys. He's out in Chesterfield, 636-231-5881 or SolmanOrthopedics.com.
Celebrating 100 years of informing and entertaining. KMOX AM St. Louis, KMOX FM Hazelwood, the voice of St. Louis.
At 3 o'clock, it's a cloudy sky downtown at the Arch. Right now, 75 degrees. St. Louis police are putting would-be teen takeover organizers on notice ahead of this weekend. A social media post has been promoting a juvenile gathering at Forest Park this Saturday afternoon, and SLMPD says it's been monitoring the situation, has identified people involved in organizing it, and has a plan ready. The department says flatly it will not allow a takeover of Forest Park. Parents are being asked to know where their kids are Saturday. St. Louis manages to patch a last-minute hole to cover unexpected fire and police pay raises, but both sides accuse the other of failing to communicate. The city's finance board approved scrambling $1.4 million to cover fire department raises, triggered by law to keep pace with the police board's recent pay hike. Board of Alderman President Megan Green.
There was a very broad swath of St. Louisans who all turned out to ask the police board to please not look at their job in a silo and recognize how their actions impact the entirety of our city budget.
To fund the fire raises, the city stripped $1 million from the police budget. In a statement to respond, SLMPD says they were never told about the transfer in advance, calling it just another example of police funds being redirected without meaningful discussion. Right next to the I-44 sinkhole, a city government vehicle caught fire this morning.
The vehicle was a St. Louis City Street Department vehicle that was here to do inspection work on the sinkhole. Now, the cause of the fire is not yet known at this time, but the damage is clearly seen. There are charred remains of the vehicle that lay in the street. You can see one of the doors where the only letters that you can still make out on the door is the second half of the word department, because it is burned so badly. In fact, the burning was so strong, if you look up to the I-44 overpass, the edge of the southbound side, you can see that some of it either got charred or got some smoke on it that has dyed it the color black. Meanwhile, the work on the sinkhole remains, including work done on the lines that broke that caused the sinkhole, but it still remains open underneath I-44 and remains quite large. In downtown St. Louis, Sean Malone, KMOX News.
ABC News, I'm Michelle Franzen. The Trump administration is defending the memo of understanding between the U.S. and Iran. It reopens the Strait of Hormuz, but it also allows Iran to sell oil on the free market and rebuild their military. ABC's Britt Clinton has reaction.
Now, it also empowers them politically in many ways. They've been able to survive this entire war when there were proclamations at the beginning that regime change was going to happen, that it was viable, and they've proved that that hasn't happened, even though they may have Navy impairments and have been able to have some wins on that front in terms of the U.S.
The Supreme Court ruling a Texas man who admitted using marijuana and was charged with unlawful possession of a gun was unconstitutional. Justice Neil Gorsuch wrote the opinion and said it's a narrow decision but doesn't end the government's power to take guns away from drug users. And the threat of life-threatening flooding continues in the Central Gulf and Southeast today. This is ABC News.
And let's get an update of the St. Louis Business Index now to Stiefel and Scott Bedell. Scott?
Good afternoon, Michael. Hello, everyone. Following yesterday's broad sell-off, stock indexes spent most of today on a rebound. At the 3 p.m. close, the Dow Jones Industrial Average managed a gain of 73 points, or just about 0.1% at 51,565. The Standard & Poor's 500 index bounced 1.1% to 7,500, while NASDAQ, the big winner on the day, jumped 1.9%, closing at 26,517. Closer to home, the Bloomberg St. Louis Stock Index rose 0.25% to 1,696. Looking at some stocks of local interest, Belden Corporation gained 2.75% at $123.26. Energizer up 7.75% at $21.52. On the downside, Olin dropped 4.25% at $22.01. Amdocs lost 6.25%, closing at $51.47. And finally, Stiefel Financial up 0.1% to close at $73.54. As a reminder, financial markets are closed tomorrow in light of the federal holiday. I'll be back with you again Monday afternoon. In the meantime, have a wonderful weekend, everyone.
We have a pretty nice afternoon on the way. The northwest flow is back, so we are cooler. A bit of a changeable sky, mixed clouds and sunshine, and it's breezy from the northwest, but not the gusty winds of yesterday. 79 for the high, so about 10 degrees cooler. Tonight, partly cloudy and nice, 62 degrees, nice evening. Friday, plenty of sunshine, 84. Saturday, partly sunny, 86. Saturday night and Sunday, scattered showers and thunderstorms return. Some heavy rain possible Saturday night and Sunday. For Father's Day, unfortunately, 85 on Sunday. From the Saliga Heating and Cooling Weather Center, I'm meteorologist Dave Murray on 104.1 FM. KMOX.
Sponsored by Chesterfield Fence and Deck, your premier provider of fences, decks, patios, sunrooms, and more. Call them for a free estimate today, now offering 20% off your next outdoor project. Chesterfield Fence and Deck, chesterfieldfence.com. Cloudy sky, 75, downtown at the Arch. I'm Michael Calhoun, KMOX News.
The Dave Glover Show is sponsored by the Michaels Flooring Outlet, the flooring experts. IGotFloored.com.
Welcome back, DGS 307. Looking kind of gloomy out there to the west out the KMOX window, which, by the way, is open. I think it's our claim to fame. We're the only major studio in the country that has an open air window, so it's kind of nice, though. Janelle is here with us. You can follow her on social media under Holy L, E-L-L-E. How are you?
Pretty good. How are you?
I'm a little obsessed with Disclosure Day. I haven't seen it yet.
Why?
Because it's making me mad. And I kind of want to hate watch it.
You should.
Oh.
Yeah.
I don't know if I would give up 2 hours of my life to hate watch something.
Because I've seen so many reviews now and, scenes from it. And without even seeing it, I think I know enough about it now that I get it.
Sure.
I get the criticism.
Sure.
Like when you first texted me and said, like, it's sort of for the older crowd. I get it. Now I get it.
It's not so much for an older crowd. It's just he is an older man making the movie. And it's so much.
He's making a movie like it's still 1985.
Right. And it's not that he's made it for that generation. I think he thinks it's for everybody. It's just a very limited point of view that he's making this movie from. So it's like, it's not for an old, it's not like, oh, the older crowd's going to love this. It's that he is the older crowd and he's made the movie for himself and nobody else. Yeah, I mean, like when we were at the movie too, it was why is he so desperate to get on TV to give this news when he has all the files with him? Spoiler.
Pull out your cell phone.
Right, like Andy's got a laptop with him the entire time.
I know.
I mean, I know he's a smart guy. And I know
He's
he has
a genius. No. The guy in the movie is also a genius.
Yes.
This guy is like a genius coder, and you'll find out if you see it. You'll find out, like, why all that is.
Right.
But like, this guy's a genius, and they can't think. Might want to find an internet connection.
Right.
It's like that stuff would have been on 4chan and Reddit.
100%. It would have been on Twitter.
I mean, first of all, it would have been picked up on 4chan because that's where like all the dark stuff is at, and then it would have been because there are some things that he has video of that is
that's
a
a good point.
Is a little dark,
Dark web stuff. Yeah.
But it would have made it onto social media way before anybody would have conceived of breaking into let's face it, a small market TV station to do this.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a very bizarre choice.
And I saw one scene.
Which would have made sense in 1985.
Yeah.
Right.
I saw one scene. I don't think this needs a spoiler alert, but whatever, where they're on the train and there's a car and the car's about to hit them. They're pulling them up on the train. It's like, oh my God, that's so 1992.
It was like The Fugitive.
There is a part where like the bad guy, like the guy in the SUV, the bad guy with the gun is in the SUV, and they're getting their cars being drugged with the train, and he's driving, and he literally does this with the gun, and like it pauses for a second. I'm like, what are we doing?
Yeah,
right.
It's so it was just it just had, like I said, good movie 30 years ago, but now you can see the age in it, and
his age.
Yeah, you can see his age in it, and it's not great.
He's definitely a guy that doesn't have anybody around him giving him advice.
And the critics have been very kind because I think it's like 81% with critics and it's like 72,
because they want to kiss his butt is what it is.
Yeah, and 72% with the audience. So the audience is a little bit more of like, no, this is what we think it is.
But you agree, right? It's not like useless. It's not like a 0 out of 5. It's okay.
No, it
just should have been so much better. That's why it's disappointing.
It's not bad. It's just forgettable.
Right.
Which there is completely different because like I've gone and seen bad movies and I can still remember how bad those movies are. Where you're like, oh, that is just keep me away from ever. Like if I were to ever see the title card come up on TV, I'd be like diving to change it.
If I asked you for a movie that seemingly everyone loved and you just did not, does anything pop into your mind?
Seeming everyone loved, but I didn't. No, that would be something I'd really have to think about because it just I mean, we could even do it with like this one that I just saw this week, The Death of Robin Hood. The guys that I were with, they were just like, oh, this was great. And this was some of Hugh Jackman's best performances. And honestly, it was just okay. And I mean, right now it's not getting rated that high. I think it's like 73% Rotten Tomatoes. So it's not that high. So I can't say everybody's going to love it, but, yeah, I mean, sometimes there's ones that you're like, I just don't understand the hype on this, but if you enjoy it, it's like good. The Bride might have been one where there was a lot of people that liked it. I thought it was I thought it was terrible.
Boy, that one just, for me personally, that one just kind of came and went.
Yeah. Well, this time of year, or that time of year when that came out, that's about those type of movies. They usually just kind of come and then just kind of float away.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, I mean, I'm sure there's always movies where you're like, I don't see what everybody else is seeing. And some people do get swept up in who the director is, like God forbid you should criticize. I was getting the heat a lot for kind of crapping on the movie when I gave my review on Instagram for that Disclosure Day. I was getting a lot of heat for what I said, and it was like, well, just because it's him that gave, who did this movie doesn't mean that you have to be like, well, everything he does is great from here on. And I had put, remember, this guy also did Kingdom of the Crystal Skull. Like, I mean, it isn't that.
It's not his first one.
Right. And I'm not crapping on him that like, oh, look, he does crappy movies, but I'm just saying like not everything he does is a swing, and it's not not everything's a home run. Sometimes things are a swing and a miss, which is what you would expect for somebody who's had that long of a career.
Yeah.
Who's tried that many different genres of movies. Has
Christopher Nolan had notable misses?
I don't think so. I mean, like some people don't like the third Batman as much as they like the second one, but I would say maybe even the second Batman, like I know people are just like The Dark Knight, like that one. I prefer Batman Begins, but that's just me. I mean, it isn't that I think the second one is overhyped, but I'm just like, all right, let's calm down with it. It's not The Godfather here.
What else? Have you seen anything else since we saw you?
I saw The Death of Robin Hood this week. That's the one with Hugh Jackman. And I will say that the trailers kind of deceiving, because if you watch the trailer, you're led to believe that it's going to be really action-packed. It's going to be, kind of like an Old Man Logan, if anybody's seen that movie. Great. You want to talk about a great movie with Hugh Jackman in it, just go see Old Man Logan if you want. Essentially the same kind of thing. But in this one, you get the sense that it's going to be a lot of action, a lot of Robin Hood in his last few years here going at it. And honestly, the first 30, 35 minutes are super brutal, super action-packed. And when I mean brutal, I mean it is pretty graphic, very violent. And then for the rest of the movie, it's just kind of about him seeking kind of a redemption in his older years. Which is
interesting concept.
Good. The concept is interesting because it says essentially what they're trying to tell you in the movie is that the mythos around Robin Hood became much greater than what he was as a man. And that even he's trying to fight the legend that he's known as. While he's fighting that legend, he's also dealing with the fact that with all the people he's probably killed in his lifetime, being an outlaw and doing what he's done, a lot of people that are family members of those people he's killed are all seeking revenge upon him and all wanting to be the one to take Robin Hood out, and that he's constantly on guard and all these people are trying to track him down, which is a great premise. But it's just a very, very quiet, I would say the last hour and a half of the movie is much more like Train Dreams.
Wow.
Than it is than what you would gather from the first 30 minutes of it. It's the scenery, the cinematography is beautiful. I think it was done in Ireland. It's amazing. The atmosphere is brutal. He's, in the mountains and fighting the winters and the cold and the wind. Great atmosphere. Again, great acting by him. Jodie Comer, she's great in it. She was great in 28 Years Later.
Sounds like something I'd love.
It gets it drags though. I mean,
I don't mind a dragger. I really don't.
Okay, what was the last movie you finished?
It's been a while.
Then you do mind movies that drag.
Takes me about 2 months, so they're all draggers.
But it gives you something to look forward to.
Hugh Jackman is a guy who I can't stand him.
Okay.
Oh my God, I don't like him.
You don't like him off screen?
Yes. He's such a jolly rancher. But but I love him in everything he's ever been in. I think he's a great actor.
Oh, yeah. No, I don't think there's many that can dispute
jolly
that.
rancher.
Jolly rancher. Is it because he dances and sings?
Yes. Like, just shut up.
He's too charming.
Shut up.
He's tall,
Is he
good
just too
looking.
happy?
He's
Yes.
Australian, got a good body.
Yeah.
Okay, now we're getting
But he's
to
a
it.
douche about it. No. There's
He's
a
a
lot
douche?
of guys like that who I'm fine with. He's just a douche about it.
How's he a douche about it?
Did you get the Jolly Rancher part?
I get it.
Do you get what that is?
No, I don't get what that is. Tell me.
You know him.
No, I don't.
This he's just happy ass. Like, shut up.
Oh,
He's always showing off, you know. Look at me, I'm Hugh Jackman.
I'm such a nice man.
Yeah.
There's a few guys that have that, but it doesn't bother me.
You get it.
I get it.
Yeah.
He's definitely that, but it doesn't. I don't have the same stank on it.
I think he's just because he's more of a theater kid than what he is.
I feel like he's
He's very much Broadway.
yes.
Is that
Which
what
is
it
not,
is?
It's definitely not me. Like, it's not my vibe, but
Sure. I mean, it's just he's built a career playing various. I mean, he's not a Tom Cruise. He's been in several different things and several different. So, I mean, he clearly has the talent. And that's not to crap on Tom Cruise. I'm just saying that Tom Cruise is cast for, which I'm looking forward to. I think it's called The Digger, I think is coming out in a few months or whatever. And it's where he's got prosthetics and Tom Cruise is going to be all, they said, of not taking him more back towards Tropic Thunder than what it is than his Tom Cruise stuff.
But can he do that outside of like a cut scene at the end of a movie?
We're going to see. I guess we're going to find out sometime this month.
Because his range is like,
yeah, no, 100%.
his
Right.
range fits on a sheet of paper.
Right. Yeah. So.
But it's good. I wish I had that range because I'd have his bank account.
So wait till the movie comes out on streaming, then you can watch it 5 minutes at a time.
There you go. Love it. Works for me. Tell you about my good friend, Dr. Matt Bays at Bays Sports Medicine. And as I always say, he is in a niche position as a doctor. And that's where he wants to be. He spent the last 10 years or so of his practice really focusing on regenerative medicine, the stem cell injections, and I represented him then, and I'm representing him now, and he now has folded that into a more conventional sports medicine practice. And again, it doesn't have to be sports. If you or someone in your family is injured in a slip and fall at a grocery store, when the ice gets here in a few months, or a car accident, or just, like in my age, you can just be walking into the kitchen to get a donut and you're like, oh, I have to go to the bathroom, and you turn around, your knee pops. Anything like that, he can take care of it. Something is emergent and you're not sure if you need surgery or not, he can help you figure that out. If there's non-surgical interventions to be done, he can do all of that. Of course, he's an MD. If it's something chronic, maybe you know exactly what it was. You had a shoulder separation in high school that never really got repaired. It still hurts you, or you just may not know what it is, but you know that it's having an effect on your life. He's also the doc, and I have a lot of doctors in my life who has the biggest emphasis on customer service. Most doctors you go to, in my experience, you spend way too much time in the waiting room, and then you're sitting there by yourself in an exam room. Not the way he does business. 636-735-3003, BaySportsMed.com.
What if everything you learned in history class was only half the story? I'm Dr. Hrini Bhatt, host of Hidden History. Every Monday, I go where history gets mysterious. Vanished civilizations, doomsday prophecies, paranormal phenomena, and events that science still can't fully explain. On Hidden History, I treat these moments like open case files. Not myths, not superstition, just incomplete explanations waiting for a closer look. Listen to and follow Hidden History, available now wherever you get your podcasts.
At EasyCater, we believe every workday gets better with great food. The 9 a.m. staff meeting? How about breakfast burritos and lots of coffee? Big client presentation at noon? Let's do Mediterranean bowls. Accounting's gotta work late. Keep them pepped up with spicy noodles. With EasyCater, you get a huge variety of favorite restaurants with tools to help meet dietary needs and stay on budget, all on one platform. So make every workday better with EasyCater. Start an order at easycater.com.
This is the story of the one. As a maintenance engineer at a beverage manufacturing plant, he starts his day knowing every line is ready to run because Grainger delivers the industrial-grade products he needs to keep mixers, conveyors, and packaging equipment moving. With Grainger's vast selection of bearings, belts, and motors, he keeps operations running smoothly, so nothing grinds to a halt. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Amendment 4 on the August ballot hides some ugly facts. It would create a new minority veto power, but only for ballot issues that are citizen-led.
I just say no to that.
Amendment 4 permanently ends majority rule for citizen-led ballot issues.
I'm a no on 4.
Politicians put Amendment 4 on the ballot to severely limit citizens' constitutional power.
I say no on 4.
Four's a power grab by politicians. It lets one congressional district veto reforms backed by the majority of voters statewide, giving as few as 5% of voters control over the rest of us.
That's why I say no to 4.
4 would make it nearly impossible to rein in out-of-control politicians.
I say heck no.
4 takes away our constitutional power we've used for over 100 years to pass reforms that politicians wouldn't. Keep majority rule and your power. Just say no to Amendment 4. It's an ugly politician power grab. Paid for by Missourians for Fair Governance.
Zero Res wants to help you clean your home. Big summer savings this week only. Get 3 rooms cleaned for just $129 and get your 4th room cleaned for free. Visit ZeroResSTL.com and ask for the DGS special. ZeroResSTL.com.
A century strong. The voice of St. Louis. KMOX. This is the Dave Glover Show on 104.1 FM. KMOX.
.323 DGS. Happy Thursday. Dave Murray's going to be here in about 15 minutes. Tell you what's going to happen over the weekend. Rach, you have a bone to pick with AI songwriting?
Yeah, so there was this study that just came out that shows that a lot of these AI songwriters that everyone's so impressed by, they actually were trained by artists like Bad Bunny and Taylor Swift. So they just scanned all of these songs from these giant hit makers, and then they do an imitation of that. And then we'll, the people who like the AI music go like, oh, it sounds pretty good. But it's like, well, yeah, they're doing an equation based on these hit songs, and they're just churning out like a Frankenstein version of that. They're not actually writing anything. They're just ripping off these artists. Not to say that Bad Bunny and Taylor Swift are 100% behind each one of their songs. They obviously have songwriters and producers and such. But those are real humans who made all of that art.
Yeah, the lead singer, John Resnick of Goo Goo Dolls, has been sort of on a soapbox about that. Just saying hey, it's sort of they came for the Jews and I did nothing. Now they're coming for me. He's like, at some point we're going to have to put our feet down and just say no and stop consuming this stuff. And this feels like a good time to do it.
Well, and the thing is, it's not like the Taylor Swifts and the Bad Bunnies and the songwriters and the producers of these songs, they didn't get compensation. This wasn't authorized.
Yeah.
These AI companies just scraped their work and said, oh, great, thanks. Now we're going to make our own stuff and profit off of it. And it's very wrong. It shouldn't be happening.
We're way behind on all that. I don't understand why it's difficult to protect intellectual property. I mean, we have the fundamentals already in place for everything. We have trademark laws. We have all these things. Why are we not making that a part of policing AI?
It's always been different with the internet, though. For the longest time, Napster was a thing, and it was just like, oh, yeah, you just download. It's free. You just go there. The song is free. LimeWire. Can you believe it? All I got to do is listen to someone talk for a second. And then we finally caught up and said, no, you can't do that. You'll get in trouble because you're stealing.
Yeah.
But it always just starts out the Wild West. We eventually do rein it back in, but this kind of stuff is progressing so quickly.
Yes. I would argue it's because our alleged leaders are still thinking it's 1970.
They have no idea what's going on.
They don't get it. They don't experience it. They don't see it, so they don't think it's an issue.
And then they're so terrified, of falling behind China that even if you can make a compelling argument to them, a lot of them are going well, yeah, but I don't want to give them rules. I don't want to make them mad.
Let's also not forget that these major tech companies also make major donations to politicians.
Yeah, very true.
And I wouldn't be shocked if a lot of people who are, again, our alleged leaders have shares in some of these companies.
Kev, can you quickly tell me about the Save College Sports Act?
I can try to do it quickly. It's an annoying thing to me. So it passed out of committee today in the Senate. It's expected to now go to a full vote, and this is the United States government regulating college sports is what this is. So they're setting standards. They're going to limit transfers, and they're trying to make this they're trying to take control of this whole entity. And I don't understand why everybody seems to be okay with this. Why is it okay for the Senate to decide what college athletes can make, how often they can change jobs, because that's what they're doing when they transfer schools. They're changing jobs, when you cannot do that in any other industry. Why is it okay?
Wheels, what's the reasoning that these lawmakers are giving as to why they want to involve themselves?
Well, it's because the people that have stakes in universities want them to. And they went to some of these schools. Everybody's trying to save college sports. What they're trying to do is keep it the way that it used to be, but the way it used to be was inherently unfair and exploitative. Whatever, I can't say it.
I got you.
But it's like, why would you wouldn't accept this in the industry that you work in? You wouldn't accept these kind of random standards being imposed on you by the government. Their excuse is, well, some of these are public institutions and there's tax money. Great. Most athletic departments do not run on taxpayer dollars, especially not at the highest level of college football and college basketball. So if you want to maybe have tiers or something, I understand, but like, why is the government getting involved in this?
It feels like ageism. It feels like it's like, well, they're young kids. Like, do they really need to be making that much money? They're getting their free college.
Yeah, I mean, they're only generating $10 billion a year with their work, but now we're going to limit when they can quit their job and go get a different job, how much money they can make for doing that, and all, for what? What? So because fans are unhappy? Well, too bad. We're fans. It's not our lives. And you would not want your own child to be limited.
Yeah.
If it was your son playing college football or college basketball, you wouldn't want to be them to be told they can't transfer to get a better deal or they can't make more money somewhere else.
Yeah. Tell you guys about Mosby Building Arts. They are really kind of the unquestioned gold standard of the remodeling business here in St. Louis. Have been for decades. They have some fun stuff going on for the summer. Last month, they offered some freebies on kitchens. This month, they're offering freebies on siding and laundry rooms. So if you do a whole home siding project with Mosby, they're going to give you the gutters for free. If you have the gutters covered, you can take 5% off the job. If you're doing a laundry room remodel, they're going to give you the washer and dryer for free. Again, if you already have that covered, you can take 5% off of that job. Any room in your house that you would like to remodel and update, maybe for your purposes, maybe for resale purposes, outdoor, patios and stuff like that, they're especially really good at. Also, I would tell you this, that if you get 3 bids, which I always recommend for any job at all, they're probably not going to be the lowest. They might be the middle. They might be the highest, but they'll be different from the lowest and the middle in that the number's not going to change. They're going to put everything into that. They're going to stick by it. Most companies out there, construction companies, are going to nickel and dime you towards the end. We don't do that. 314-909-1800. Call Mosby.com.
This is Jordan Walker. Celebrate Black Heritage Day, presented by your quality Ford dealers on Sunday, June 28th at Busch Stadium. This special culture and community event honors the impact, history, and legacy of the Black community in baseball and beyond. With a special themed ticket, you'll receive an exclusive Cardinals jersey designed by Corey Rogers. And don't miss a special heritage celebration in Budweiser Terrace before the game. Details and tickets at cardinals.com/theme.
The weekend starts at Busch Stadium. Grab your crew and kick it off at Friday Night Live. Every Friday night home game, Budweiser Terrace turns into the hottest happy hour in the Lou. With $5 beers, $5 hot dogs, $7 margaritas, live music, and more all game long. Meet up with friends, soak in the energy, and keep the night going with baseball under the lights. Good vibes, great deals, your new Friday tradition. Get tickets now at cardinals.com.
I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. If you've been injured in a car accident, call America's largest injury law firm. For over 35 years, my mission has been to deliver more for our clients, to deliver more for you. Injured? Visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
Your health story is shaped by more than genetics. Everyday choices like nutrition, physical activity, sleep, tobacco use, and routine screenings all play a role in your future health. Seidman Cancer Center's Your Disease Risk helps you understand how family history and lifestyle work together, offering personalized insights to support healthier decisions. Knowing your risks today can help protect your tomorrow. Visit seidman.washu.edu/YDR.
All Access with Ollie Marble on the Gas House Gang.
I show up every day looking forward to what's next for this group. This group fits my personality to a T. I love what we're doing. I love how we're going about it. I love the honest conversations. I love the grit. And there's been certain times where I've caught myself where bases are loaded, our back's up against the wall, and I can't help but smile. I show up every day looking forward to what's next for this group.
Ollie Marble, Tuesdays at noon on KMOX.
It's 3:32. This time check is sponsored by Paramount Men's Medical Center.
Traffic from the michaelsflooringoutlet.com Traffic Center.
Well, the major incident this afternoon is a crash. It's eastbound on Highway 70, and it's just before Forestel. The right lane is blocked there. It's all in the middle of a lot of construction in that long stretch on Highway 70 as well. So it's very slow. Stop and go back midway between Warrenton and Wright City, all the way up to the accident scene at Forestel. Working with a new crash, Olive, just east of 141. That one's reported there, as well as a crash east of medical emergency, partially blocking that ramp. Eastbound Highway 64, the ramp to 364 is partially blocked. So use some caution if you're in that area. And we are... I don't have a sponsor here. I apologize. Thank you. This is Frank Ladd from the michaelsflooringoutlet.com Traffic Center.
This is the story of the one who keeps multiple buildings running smoothly day after day. Plumbing that flows, HVAC that hums, cleaning supplies that keep surfaces sparkling. That's why she counts on Grainger. With easy reordering online and 24/7 support, Grainger helps her keep the products she needs on hand. So shelves stay stocked and buildings stay ready. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
This summer, there's no better place to catch Team USA in the FIFA World Cup 26 than the Beer Garden at Anheuser-Busch. We hosted KMOX listeners there last week, and trust us, the atmosphere is incredible. Huge screens, great seats everywhere, ice-cold beer, $15 Michelob Ultra pitchers, $20 Ultra buckets, $5 Ultra drafts, and collectible FIFA cups while supplies last. Bring your crew, cheer on Team USA at the Beer Garden. Visit BudweiserTours.com for details.
Get inside your Redbirds in the 2026 season every Tuesday at noon. It's All Access with Cardinals manager Ollie Marble on your voice of the Cardinals, KMOX.
Dave Murray's weather forecast is sponsored by Overhead Door Company of St. Louis. Call Overhead Door Company of St. Louis for their 26-point tune-up. It's one price for up to 3 garage doors and openers. Always look for the genuine, the original red ribbon of Overhead Door Company of St. Louis. Schedule online at overheaddoorsstlouis.com.
Welcome back, DGS and KMOX. Happy Thursday, 3:34. Dave Murray brought to you by the Saliga Heating and Cooling Weather Center. Hello, Dave.
Hello there.
How are things in Laguna?
All is fine.
Good.
Big weekend coming up. Summer officially starts Sunday. First day of summer.
Wow.
Father's Day. U.S. Open weekend. Doesn't get
Nice.
any better than that.
Dave, did I see that they moved the location of the U.S. Open?
No, it's in Shinnecock.
Easy.
Out on Long Island.
Maybe I had like a dream or something.
Oh. Are you thinking tennis or are you thinking golf?
No, I'm thinking golf.
Oh, no. Shinnecock was on the list. One of
Just
the
keep saying
greatest
it.
courses in the U.S.
Nice.
What's it called?
It really is. Shinnecock Hills.
All right.
I saw some headline about it.
You want to know what the initiation fee is to get in there? Take a stab.
Nope.
A million trillion
I was going to say $250,000.
bitcoins.
It's about $500,000.
Yeah.
It's sort of
totally
like
reasonable.
It's sort of like anyone who buys a Lamborghini, that's like their 18th car.
Yeah.
And so, I don't think anyone is stressing about writing a check for $500,000 who could write a check for $500,000.
Who could do it? Yeah, I think you're right.
Yeah.
It's just an amazing number to me.
They changed the course somehow.
Yeah.
Oh, you know what
Slower
they
green
did
speeds.
is that how many years? It's been a while since it's been there, but they what's interesting about it is that they've started to not redesign, but bring the design back to what it originally was, like in the 1800s, 1900s.
Oh, man.
And so the fairways were widened a little bit, which makes it sound like it's going to make the course easier. It actually makes it tougher for the pros. because they have a little more option, and you have to really think about where the greens are and what they're doing. If you watch it on TV, the greens may be the greenest greens ever in a U.S. Open. They are spectacular.
Where's the interesting part?
Oh man!
One of my greatest TV moments was at Shinnecock Hills.
How so?
It was 1986. No, I didn't get to play the course, but I was out there with Good Morning America. Talked him into going out there, eastern tip of Long Island, so it wasn't too far away. Pretty far away, but not too far away. But I interviewed Johnny Miller, and one of the greatest golfers ever. Right, Wheels?
Yeah, great personality, too.
Yeah.
Great TV guy forever.
And this was before he became a TV guy. But he agreed to come out early morning on the 18th fairway, off on the side, 18th fairway, and he had a 9-iron with him. And we did an interview, talked about architecture of the golf course, talked about weather, because it's a tremendous weather course. And he said, all right. And he put me on the spot. He said, here's the 9-iron. Dropped a ball on the ground. He said, put it on the green. And we were about 9-iron. It was a good 9-iron for me. And man, it was the most nervous I've ever been with a golf club in my hands. And I put it on the green.
Nice.
But he got into big trouble for letting me do that.
Oh,
we were out on the course.
Oh,
it was Thursday morning.
Yeah.
It was the opening day of it, early. And he said, I can't take a shot with you. If I take a shot, I'll go to the first tee with a 1.
Yeah, that's right.
It will count. It will count as part of my round. But he was great. We spent a lot of time. Never was able to get into the clubhouse. I would have loved to have done that, but very, 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 very exclusive.
Dave, where did you guys do Good Morning America from? What building?
Oh, it was an old dumpy building close to. It was it was awful. It was close to Tavern on the Green. Anybody who knows New York, it was in that vicinity. And one of my thrills every morning was walking from a parking garage. Sometimes they would open the back of the garage so I could just go across the street and go to the entrance of the building. But most of the time the guy wouldn't, because it was 2:00 in the morning. He said, if I open it up, the people above you are going to hear it and the tenants are going to scream and yell. So I got to walk basically 2 blocks around at 2:00 in the morning.
Nice.
Terrifying.
Yeah.
Every day. Terrifying.
So did you and Janice live sort of a New York lifestyle where you guys were there?
No. We lived up in Greenwich, Connecticut, because as Janice describes me, big SUV, big dogs, no city, please.
Yeah.
So no, it would have been a lot easier to live in the city as far as the job is concerned. But no, I wanted nothing to do with that.
Gotcha. How's the weekend looking?
Weekend looks kind of 50-50. If you run into a sprinkle over the next hour or so, don't be surprised. Most will not. It's a pretty nice evening. 62 for the overnight low. Gorgeous day on Friday. Partly sunny, partly to mostly sunny. 84. Nice Friday night. Nice evening. Saturday, nice. Partly sunny. 86. Father's Day still looks unsettled with periods of showers and thunderstorms. I don't think it's a severe weather outbreak, but there could be some heavy rain at times. It's not an all-day rain, but it's not a pretty day on Sunday and 85 degrees. So Saturday, the pick day out of the two.
Okay. Do some headlines, Rach?
Absolutely. There's a restaurant chain that just booted Chick-fil-A from this longtime perch as the #1 in American customer satisfaction.
I saw this and I was a little surprised by who it was.
It was Jersey Mike's. Jersey Mike's has risen to the top of the list. I got to say, I love Jersey Mike's.
I've had good experiences
me too.
there, yeah.
I like it.
I think it's very good value for the money, and I've never had it and been like, I wish I wouldn't have gotten that.
Yep.
Now, it's kind of the same thing with Chick-fil-A. I've never regretted Chick-fil-A, but I think lots of people are getting, they're learning about Jersey Mike's, and their status is rising. Chick-fil-A did still come in at #2. Jimmy John's is at #3. #4, Panda Express. Quite interesting.
Yeah.
And 5, very interesting, KFC.
Oh, well. They must have excluded a few. Looking downstairs right now.
You know, Dave, you should start calling a really sticky humid day. Say it's going to be KFC humid, because there's no humid like the inside of the downtown KFC. Do you guys note that? Andrew, when you go there?
I don't know.
There's a different
level
climate.
of humidity.
It's just like
It's the
maybe
it's the dew point.
Maybe it's the machetes.
Okay, so they had a robot police officer in Dublin, Ohio. Okay. It was basically a rolling security robot, and it just had a bunch of cameras on it. It had two-way communication, and it had an emergency call button. So if you're in an area, a crime's happening, you can hit that button, and real police will respond. Well, they had a contract to do this program for at least a year, but it only lasted until May 12th of this year, and they shipped the robot back to its maker, Nightscope. I'm guessing they did this because it didn't lead to any arrests or tickets and didn't flag a single incident that would require an officer response. So that feels unlikely. Like, even in a super safe place, you would think one thing would happen in the first 5 months of the year.
Nobody stole the thing?
Nobody stole the little guy.
It's been a while now, but have you guys seen the video of the robot kicking the kid in the stomach?
Yes.
No.
That was
You
a
haven't
hard
seen
kick,
it?
man. It buckled this little guy.
It's right in the
Yeah.
bread basket.
Yeah, well, or a little lower.
Why were they fighting?
No, they weren't. The kid was a spectator, and the thing was doing a dance, and part of its dance, it kicked its leg out and smoked this little kid.
Aw.
And then just, like, regained its balance and tried dancing again. And everybody else is like, oh, my God, this kid just got kicked.
He's like, gotta dance, gotta dance.
Yeah. Just dancing to Mr. Roboto.
Did you guys see they unearthed a early prototype of Stonehenge?
What?
3
No.
miles away from Stonehenge. So they actually excavated this between 2015 and 2017, but they've been doing a ton of studies on it. And these studies suggest that these 2 large pits that they uncovered once held wooden posts that would be like a prototype of Stonehenge. So they kind of did like a test run before they built the actual stone
Really cool.
situation. Yeah, very cool. Gas prices have fallen below $4 for the first time since March.
Woo.
So consumers are feeling a little bit of relief. The peak from this year was $4.56, but now the average price per gallon in the U.S. has fallen to $3.99.
Great.
Dave, what was the highest you saw out there?
Almost 7. It's just under 6 right now. So when I hear, it's getting close to $3, it's like,
yeah.
Yeah, I mean, the average was just under $3 before this whole Iran thing. So we got a ways to go, man.
And final story for you. There's a romantic comedy filming in St. Louis. It's called Love on the Hill, and it takes place in the Hill neighborhood of South St. Louis. Yeah, it's filming at many well-known locations across the hill, like Bira Park, Milo's, St. Ambrose, the Piazza Emo, and Cunettos. So, I mean, it'll be cool to watch this and just kind of pick out all these places we know. Producers say the movie was made possible because of Missouri film tax credits and a team of all local investors.
Speaking of movies that were made in St. Louis, Janelle, did you see that they're remaking Escape from New York?
Really?
That's what I hear.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Because I've heard rumors that some of it was filmed here, and that itself was a rumor. So I don't know what to believe. But
the originally mean?
Yeah.
I know that the Thunderdome scene was definitely filmed in the Grand Hall of Union Station.
Okay.
Because it was a pile of crap back then. And so it looked like dystopian before they fixed it all up.
I think they said they've already used all their movie credits for this year.
Oh.
Too. So good for them.
Thank you, Dave. Appreciate it.
You got it.
Tell you guys about my friends at First Missouri Credit Union. Whether you go there, and I saw a thing, and take this for what you will, but I saw something online that I thought was kind of clever. It said banks are for business and credit union are for people. And I think that's kind of true because, if you go to your bank for a vehicle loan, it's not great. You're going to pay, probably a couple points less at a credit union. Definitely at First Missouri, we try to have the lowest vehicle loan interest rates in town. They definitely have the highest interest rate on your checking account, 4.27%, up to $100,000. We do signature loans. We do all kinds of things that banks don't do. We have 2 beautiful locations down on Lee May Ferry. But if that's not convenient for you, because it's pretty far from where I live too, you only have to go there once to set it up, and then you can go to whatever credit union is closest to your house. For me, I go 1 block away from the studio to a credit union right here downtown. Make deposits, make withdrawals, do all the business I need to do. Great people, 314-544-5050, the number 1, stmocu.org.
Traffic from the MichaelsFlooringOutlet.com Traffic Center.
Brought to you by Scott Credit Union. Still dealing with this crash. It's eastbound on Highway 70 just before Forestel, still blocking the right lane there. That has you backed up between Warrenton and Wright City. So I'm also seeing a lot of drivers bail out off Highway 70 and onto Highway M and dodge around the accident scene there and make your way back to Forestel. Northbound on Highway 270, just north of Highway 44, the 3 left lanes are blocked with a crash there up against the median wall, reportedly involving 2 vehicles. Lots of emergency crews on the scene. So you've got delays northbound on Highway 270, south of Highway 44, as well as ramping on from eastbound 44 and westbound 44 onto Highway 270. Westbound 64 near Research Park, you've got an accident reported there. I'm seeing a little bit of a slowdown. Don't have any cameras on that scene just quite yet. Our USPS Ground Advantage reliable route this afternoon, let's call it Highway 55 out of the city. No issues to report southbound 55 out of downtown, making your way all the way down to Highway 270. I'm Frank Ladd of the MichaelsFlooringOutlet.com Traffic Center.
Think buying a home is out of reach? Think again. Scott Credit Union has down payment options as low as 0 money down. Your new home could be closer than you think. Visit scu.org today. Equal housing lender, NMLS 415767. Terms and conditions apply.
Come out to Hot Shots on Lindbergh this Friday between 12 and 2 p.m. to celebrate 150 years of Budweiser. Don't miss out on a fresh day of brewed Budweiser and a chance to win great prizes while mingling with KMOX sports talent and sports manager Tom Ackerman. And while you're there, don't miss the chance to stay and watch the U.S. versus Australia game on the big screens while enjoying a Budweiser. All happening Friday at Hot Shots on Lindbergh. For more information, go to KMOX.com/events.
All right, guys, let's talk about Burn Balance Complex. You can pick this up at supplement superstores, and what it is a pretty simple thing, right? It's a complete metabolism system that gives you an option if you're a person that doesn't want to go the route of prescriptions, or if you don't want to get injections. It's not a fat burner. It's way more than that. It simply just helps your body work the way that it's supposed to. You know, you think about it. You got to have maintenance on your car. Your body needs it too. And we can get that ourselves, but we're not very good at it. I'm not very good. I'm terrible at it. All the help I can get, I'm going to take when it comes to metabolism boosting and getting things working. And for those of you that don't want to do prescriptions and injections, it's a great, simple option. And you don't feel it work, right? It's not like, boom, oh my gosh, I can feel my metabolism. It's not like that, but you see results. Results build positivity. When you're getting good results in a short amount of time, you get reinforcement, and then you stay on the plan. And that's the hardest part about doing anything with fitness, is staying on the plan and making good decisions. And Burn Balance Complex helps you with those things. Reduces stress, lowers cortisol levels, which can help with sleep and recovery, appetite and cravings control, which a lot of us need. I know I do, because things look good, and you know they are, and it's hard to say no sometimes, but this helps you kind of cut that down, and you get all-day focused energy, no jitters and crash like you get with energy drinks. And look, it's not magic. Nothing is. You got to put in the work. This makes it easier. At least it does for me. You can test it out. Get out to supplement superstores. Tell them what your goals are, what you're hoping to achieve. They'll lay it all out for you. And don't forget to drop my name. Don't forget to say Kevin Wheeler talked about this on KMOX, because they'll knock 30% off for you on that Burn Balance Complex. And all you need to do to get started is find your location by going to supplementsuperstores.com.
Are moles tearing up your yard? Don't let these lawn invaders turn your beautiful property into a mess. Rottler Pest Solutions offers professional mole control services to protect your lawn from damage. Visit Rottler.com today to schedule your free inspection.
This is the story of the one who keeps multiple buildings running smoothly day after day. Plumbing that flows, HVAC that hums, cleaning supplies that keep surfaces sparkling. That's why she counts on Grainger. With easy reordering online and 24/7 support, Grainger helps her keep the products she needs on hand, so shelves stay stocked and buildings stay ready. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
One of life's greatest mysteries has finally been solved.
Who let the dogs out? Spruce, spruce, spruce.
It's Spruce, the weed and grass killer that's safe for use around people, pets, and bees. When used as directed, spray the leaves for visible results in just 1 hour and dead weeds in just 1 day. You spray, they play. Spruce, pet friendly, weed deadly. Find wherever weed killers are sold.
Broadcasting from the Scott Credit Union Studio, 104.1 FM, KMOX.
Welcome back, DGS. I had my first real Karen moment yesterday. So, as I've told you guys, I'm not savvy about money at all, and most of what I have is in like an IRA or some crap with Merrill Lynch. And I was getting ready for work yesterday, and I missed a phone call, and it was from Merrill Lynch. Being me, I expect the worst. So I thought, oh my God.
They said, we lost all your money.
Yes, like we lost all your money.
We hit delete. We can't find it.
We got hacked or something. So it's from Ethan, and here's his number. So I immediately call him back. But instead of going to Ethan, it just goes to the general customer service number. And it takes 5-10 minutes to wind around or, who you are and all that kind of stuff. They're like, okay, I'm going to send you. I'm like, can you just tell me what this is about? And I'm feeling kind of panicky and emotional. And they're like, well, first we have to send you a text and make sure that you're you. And I'm like, okay. So they send it. And yes, here's the number. And then the lady goes, well, what can we help you with today?
Oh.
And I said, well, and I was kind of pissy. And I'm like, well, you called me. Right. You tell me what we're talking about. And she goes, oh, well, I didn't call you. And I said, Ethan called me. And she goes, oh, let me get Ethan. And then Ethan gets on the phone, and he's 12, and I'm, and he goes, well, Mr. Glover, you're one of our premium members. And so every now and then we like to check in. Oh. And I go, Ethan, the next 30 seconds aren't going to be good for you. I said, heretofore, I've had no real opinion on Merrill. You've been fine, no good or bad, but this leaves a bad taste in my mouth because I find it really ironic that you called me because I'm a premium member, but when I call you back, it takes me 20 minutes to get to you, and then no one knows why I'm calling. That doesn't feel premium to me. That feels like I'm just one of the cattle in the field. Yep. And he was just like sputtering and, like muttering. And I'm realizing that I'm being a Karen, but I'm just telling you, dude.
It's a fair point.
See, I don't think that's being a Karen.
I think
a Karen is inserting yourself into something that you're not supposed to be a part of. It's not about you. This was about you, and it's a valid point.
And you're proving to the point to them that I know what you just did was I was just a part of a group phone call that you just made for your important customer. Like I'm not really that important. It was just, It was like a robocall that you guys sent, and so.
Yeah. I felt more important before you called me. I feel so much less important now. Thank you, Janelle. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Tell you guys about Mark Cantor, attorney at law. And as you know, this is another passion for me. I haven't practiced law in 26 years now, but it's still important to me being a lawyer. And back when I was a lawyer, believe it or not, there were a lot more ethics and a lot more ethics about advertising. And I was just talking to another lawyer over the weekend, and they were just talking about these, they're not real lawyers. They're marketing companies, and they never see one of these cases, and they just buy a little law firm in St. Louis. And that's the guy who's going to be doing your case, not the people who are advertising that they're the biggest in the world. They're never going to even know about it until a check hits their bank account. On the opposite end of that spectrum is Mark Cantor. He is involved in every case they have. He tries most of the cases that go to trial. He's been doing it for decades. He not only is not afraid to pick a jury and go to trial, he relishes that. He loves it and gets great results. He was just named to the Lawyers Weekly Top 10 Power List for the second time in his career. If you or someone you care about is injured, don't just call him quickly, because having been on the defense side most of my short 10-year career, those guys are circling the wagons and trying to keep you from getting money. 314-628-9999, CantorInjuryLaw.com.
The choice of a lawyer is an important decision and should not be based solely upon advertisements. Grammy award-winning quintet Punch Brothers returns to Powell Hall for a special evening of genre-defying contemporary bluegrass music, featuring the virtuosic talents of mandolinist Chris Thiele, guitarist Chris Eldridge, bassist Paul Cowart, banjoist Noam Pikielny, and violinist Brittany Haas. Punch Brothers creates music and lyrics that are both intellectually daring and emotionally resonant. This is modern string music at its most thrilling, bold, brilliant, and unforgettable. Wednesday, June 24th at Powell Hall at the Jack C. Taylor Music Center. Tickets at slso.org.
From the FIFA World Cup to competitive business environments, grand ambitions lead to game-changing achievements. At Bank of America, we're there to support businesses at every step, providing insights and expertise to help you gain an edge.
He shoots, he scores!
What would you like the power to do? Explore winning business solutions at BofA.com/gamechangers. Bank of America, official bank of the FIFA World Cup 2026.
Pump up the volume.
Business moves fast. Orders roll in, deadlines close in. When you ship with USPS Ground Advantage, you can keep up with confidence. Every package stays in our secure network from dock to door. And with nationwide reach, dependable tracking, and upfront affordable pricing, you get built-in peace of mind. You run the business. We run the routes. Visit USPS.com/Ground Advantage to learn more.
Pump up the volume.
Business moves fast. When you ship with USPS Ground Advantage, you can keep up with confidence. Visit USPS.com/Ground Advantage to learn more.
Wish your life came with a warning app?
That dog does not want to be petted.
Well, life doesn't always give you time to change the outcome, but prediabetes does. Take the 1-minute test today at doihaveprediabetes.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council and its Prediabetes Awareness Partners.
Men, if you're suffering from erectile dysfunction or PE, you're not alone. Most importantly, you don't have to live with it. Paramount Men's Medical Center restores men's sex lives in just one visit. Their painless breakthrough treatments eliminate ED and PE, even when Viagra and Cialis don't work. Here's Dr. Simovitz, specialist in men's health.
Paramount Men's Medical Center's painless breakthrough treatments eliminate ED and PE, regardless of age or medical history. 98% of patients see instant results right in the office.
Men are now lasting longer than they ever imagined. And the best part, at Paramount Men's Medical Center, your consultation and first treatment are free. Qualified patients even get their testosterone checked free. Call 314-720-8444. 314-720-8444. Take control of your sex life. Call now. 314-720-8444.
Traffic from the MichaelsFlooringOutlet.com Traffic Center.
Well, we're still dealing with this crash. It's northbound on Highway 270, just north of Highway 44. It's still blocking the 3 left lanes, but they're working to clean up that crash scene now. So that's the good news. The bad news is northbound Highway 270 is backed up all the way up to Gravois, northbound on 270. Eastbound Highway 44 is backed up to Bowles, headed towards Highway 270 northbound as well. That accident out near Forestell still there. Eastbound Highway 70, the accidents before Forestell still blocks the right lane. That has you backed up to almost Warrenton now. I'm Frank Ladd in the MichaelsFlooringOutlet.com Traffic Center.
The trusted voice of St. Louis, KMOX AM St. Louis.